Oh, his body couldn't absorb it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen and ladies. Good evening. I'm Styrofoam Ralph. This is Cups and the Gang live from the motherfucking hot box, and live from the kitchen is my dog, El Residente, saying Jose representing in the building, and also live in the kitchen is my dog, one
Nah,
half
Black Man Cook.
as ordered 2-5, Mike Will representing in the building. Friends, family, what's going on?
Nothing much, man. Happy New Year to the gang.
Happy New
Happy
Year.
New
Happy New
Year's,
Year.
Fab.
Happy New Year. Yeah,
And
man.
speaking of a new
So
year,
I'm what to say. Go ahead.
before we get to what we was talking about backstage, because I promise, I swear to God, we're gonna get to it.
Oh, I promise you will. I
Last
won't let you
night,
not.
speaking of New Year's, somebody who did not start their New Year off the right way was Dan Lanning. Is this
Nah.
is this a game? Is this a game where we were talking about seeding and stuff like that, and how Oregon was rewarded by playing Ohio State in the first round? Is this that argument, or is this the Dan Lanning didn't put his britches on that morning?
um, I think it's the former. You know what I mean? Like, look, at the end of the day, and I said this the other night on Sports Report's Order. When they played the first time, Ohio State was the better team. You know, they
Mm,
just Oregon just made timely plays and didn't make dumb penalties in crunch time. So but Ohio State outplayed them on that night as well. Now, did I expect yesterday to go down the way that it did?
mhm,
Not so much, but
mhm.
but I did expect Ohio State to win. And I just think this is what Oregon is as a program. Like they got a little bit of Atlanta Falcon in them.
Mm.
Mm.
You know, they get to these levels and then they just can't top it off.
I,
Because I would have
I,
expected. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
now I'm gonna jump in right there. So as of now, 1, 2, 3, and 4 lost.
Yeah, top 14.
Every team that had a bye lost. So I think that there's gonna be a conversation on that for sure. Do I think that can fall directly on Dan Lanning? Maybe, but considering that every team that had a bye lost, I don't know. I don't know what else you can say except like the bye apparently was not a good thing for these college teams. They're not built to go 20 something days without playing and then play teams that was playing the week before.
Right.
I think there's something to that for sure. But Dan Lanning gonna have to eat that. Kirby Smart's gonna have to eat that. Whoever the coach of Boise State is gonna have to eat that. And
Richard Danielson,
Arizona State, their
Ken
coach gonna have to
Dillingham.
eat that. And Skinner Boy,
Shout out to Kenny Dillingham.
Skillet Boy. And
Yeah,
yes, I
and
call him
Cam
something
Scally
different every time I say his name.
and Cam
Can
Scallywag.
can you at least admit 2 of the 4 got out coached? It wasn't a matter
Oh,
of
absolutely, for sure, for
and,
sure.
and Kirby Kirby didn't Kirby didn't uh, Kirby played the number 29 weakness rather than play it against him because they could have had a pass interference call on him. Every
Yep,
time they went to the receiver he was on because he was pulling the man jersey every time he was defending him. And the refs called maybe 2 out of 6 of those passes.
yep,
So yeah, um, in part the rest helped, but the rest hurt. That's
yep,
the same for the NFL. When they take that
yep,
week off, you come back and you rusty. We've seen multiple teams lose after having a week off versus the
yep.
team that came in there playing short of a significant injury. Let's throw in the injury as well. Not to say Beck would have done better against this line, but Georgia's offensive line didn't do them a whole lot of favors either.
Nope.
So there's a reason why 3 of the 4 lost, and there's a reason why 2 of the 4 got out coached.
Yeah,
It just
Is the Georgia game over yet?
yeah, the
It's
Georgia.
over. It's over.
Yeah, I think the thing that was interesting about the Georgia game for me is that if you're Kirby Smart and you had to prepare for an offensive team, that's your wheelhouse because you're the defensive wizard or whatever. But on the other sideline was another defensive wizard. So
But
you weren't preparing for something high action, you know?
you have a defensive coordinator that's making over $1 million for a reason.
For sure.
Okay. 2-5. I'm sorry to interject.
Go for
Was
it.
the SEC really dominant, or was Nick Saban just really dominant?
No, the SEC dominant, Playboy. Don't do that.
Yeah,
SEC
it
was dominant
definitely
at
SEC.
the top.
Don't do
At
that.
the top.
Well. See, this is the thing, and this is the realest shit I ever wrote. You know what I'm saying?
Tell them.
Like the thing about it, the SEC was dominant. They were everything that they were claimed to be at one point.
At the top.
But the other side of that was that SEC teams always got a second chance that everybody else didn't get to. You know what I mean? Like Bama could lose to an unranked team and not get hurt for it. You know what I mean? But if
So you fault
Michigan lost to an unranked team, it would be they're overrated, get them out of here, no mulligan. Bama's getting in the playoff and you're not.
so you fault them for playing the hand they dealt.
Yes, I do, because, well, I don't fault them. I can't fault them. I got to fault the dumbasses that reward them, because the thing about it is, if it's 2019, don't talk to me about what Bama did in 2015 as justification of why you're letting them in now when none of those players are on the team anymore.
But you
'Cause,
let
I mean,
you let
I get what you're saying, because Clemson not getting the benefit of the doubt these days.
okay,
They're
but
not in the
And,
SEC.
and don't deserve it.
but Notre
But
Dame
they're-
still get hypes from the 40s.
Not this
But
Notre Dame. No, not this Notre Dame. Now there was a time that Notre Dame did for sure, but in the last like 10 years, all of that stuff about the luster of the gold helmets, all of that's been gone. This team here earned their spot. That's the one thing I'll say.
But there's a problem with what you just said, because in one breath we can't talk about how dominant the SEC is, and then when Notre Dame lose to the SEC, we gonna be like, "Yo, you overrated." But when SEC
I mean,
lose the
yeah.
SEC, we be like, "Oh no, that's just life in the SEC."
But
So
is it a lie when you say that though? When
It is a lie when you say that.
it's a lie.
It is a lie
It's a
when
lie
you
when
say
you
that.
say it.
when the
Because
when Georgia and Texas played each other, was that the top end of the SEC playing the bottom end of the SEC, or was
That was the top end
That's
of
two
the
tops.
SEC.
That's
That was
two
the top end. That was the top end of the SEC
Yeah.
playing against the middle of the SEC.
okay?
Because
But
Texas's record was overinflated, because who did Texas play in the regular season? They didn't play Bama. They didn't play LSU. You know what I'm saying? They didn't play Tennessee. They didn't play Ole Miss.
you play who's on the schedule, sir?
No, 100%. But what I'm saying though, like in SEC fans like to talk about schedules. Every schedule isn't created equal. So like even though Georgia is not what we know Georgia to be over the last couple of years, Georgia went to Texas in the regular season. They still had their rivalry game against Florida. They went to Bama. They went to Ole Miss. So they were battle tested. Texas didn't play anybody worth a damn besides Georgia. And they lost both times.
And so to the idea of the SEC being dominant, the SEC was dominant at the top, right? So we talk about all these SEC championships. We're really talking about Bama, Georgia, and LSU once.
Auburn.
Auburn won when Cam was the quarterback. I don't count that.
And they made another one. They made another one after Cam left.
I'm talking these three championships, because that's what we say the dominance is from. When the SEC won, the SEC won the Natty all of these times.
But that's the thing, Riz. But that's the thing. If you go all the way back to 2000, the SEC has won like every title but 3 or 4.
Back to 2000? No,
Yeah, if you
Ohio
go back
State.
to 2000. If you go back to 2000, there was
Ohio State,
There was
Miami.
Ohio State in 02. There was Miami in 01. There
Florida
was
State.
Clemson the 2 times.
Clemson, Florida State,
Florida State in 13. Everything in Michigan last year. Everything else is SEC.
Michigan.
Everything else is SEC.
But it's
So that's
still the
six, that's
same
6 out of like
teams.
19 years. And all the rest of those titles are SEC.
Okay, how many does Kentucky have?
0.
How many does Vanderbilt have?
0.
How many does South Carolina have?
0.
So this is why I start talking like, okay, cool. If we want to say the top half of the SEC is really good, that also would not be true. Because when we get down to Ole Miss, how many do they have?
0.
Arkansas.
Ole Miss has never played in the SEC championship game.
Arkansas. So you
0.
see what I'm doing? Like they have 16 teams in the SEC right now. Of the 16 teams in the SEC, 6 have championships in the last 20 years, which is a high number, right? But that's 10 that have not sniffed one.
Okay, but
But so
when you talk about,
we talking about Cam
can you say the same thing
Cam
to the
Newton?
Big 12 back when Texas?
Huh?
Who won the Big 12 outside of Texas and Oklahoma the last 20 years before they left?
Colorado, back when they were in there. Nebraska won a few before they left. Kansas State won a few. TCU won the one. Baylor won a couple.
In the last 10 years.
Yeah, Baylor just won what, 2021?
Yeah, Baylor did for sure. I remember Baylor.
TCU was 2022. That was the year they got
TCU.
punched by Georgia in the title game. Well, actually, TCU didn't even win it that year. Kansas State won it that year. So TCU lost in the Big 12 title game and still got in the playoffs.
So the same logic would apply to them that you're trying to apply to the SEC.
Yes, that's my
Correct.
No, but that's my point. That is precisely my point. Though my point is, everybody has good teams and has not so good teams. Does the SEC have more good teams at the top than other conferences? Yes. That does not mean that the SEC is a more dominant conference than other conferences. Because when they play outside of conference, it's not like they're knocking everybody out of the park. If the argument that they're making, it will mean that if South Carolina went and played an out-of-conference team, we should be able to just put that on the thing as South Carolina winning. If Kentucky goes outside of the conference and plays, we should account that as a win because they're outside of the conference. That means that this conference is so dominant, they only lose against each other. But we know that's not true.
How?
Because when they play out of conference, they lose a lot.
How many of them lost to the Citadel?
South Carolina, the one South Carolina game I've been to, they lost to the Citadel.
Out of how many? Because all of them seem to keep the Citadel on their schedule.
It was the first time since 1980 something.
Okay.
But I can tell you, I remember me and RJ were there. I bet RJ I would have to buy him a cell phone if the Citadel beat South Carolina. And that happened. And that was the time that the Citadel beat South Carolina with us sitting in the stands.
And what did they do after that? They fired that coach and got Beamer.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's the thing though, Unc, is that like going back to the original statement that I made, is that the problem isn't the dominance, because I agree with you that the SEC was very dominant. But it's also easy to be dominant when you get second chances and everybody else doesn't. It's also easy to be dominant when all the bowl games are in your neck of the woods. You know, you saw what happened with Tennessee up north.
When you have preseason rankings in which they put all the teams in your conference in the preseason rankings, which starts you out with a stronger strength of schedule than other people because they don't have that in the preseason rankings. Which, how do we rank people before we even see them play?
But the Big Ten does the same thing. They play each other twice. They're all within driving distance of each other for the most part.
But I'm talking about like the out of conference and the bowl games and stuff like that. Like, because like all the bowl games, like even Georgia and Notre Dame just played in New Orleans. Most of the bowl games are in Florida. You know, the Chick-fil-A Bowl is or the Peach Bowl is in Atlanta. You know what I mean? So like that's still SEC territory. You know what I mean?
You don't punish them for weather and location and availability.
No, I'm not punishing anybody. I'm just making a point. I'm not trying to say one way or the other. I'm just saying the reason that I feel the way that I do. Because, for example, if SEC teams were playing Ohio State in, say, Lucas Oil, and they were dominating, then I could be like, okay. But if you're Georgia playing a national title game in Atlanta, like, am I supposed to expect you to lose?
Yeah, because clearly it can happen.
Oh, it can.
Even in your own backyard, it can happen. You can lose. That's why you play the game.
Right. It absolutely can. But the difference is if I'm playing you on your turf 25 times and you never come to my turf, you don't get to just be claiming that you're better than me because you won't even play me on an equal level. Like Alabama, like this year when Alabama went to Wisconsin, that was their first out-of-conference game out of the South since 2011. When Florida went to Utah 2 years ago, that was their first out-of-conference game out of the South since 1991.
Okay, but let's be real. What are you going to Madison, Wisconsin for from October to January? What are you
What would I do in Tuscaloosa besides Alabama football?
There's things to do. Can't discuss that right now.
I'm pretty sure there's as much to do in Madison as there is in
I'll
Tuscaloosa.
never know what there is to do with Tuscaloosa.
And you got Milwaukee not too far away, Chicago not too far away.
Don't do that. You can't find nothing to do in Milwaukee that isn't criminally related.
Same thing with Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
What am I supposed to do in Knoxville?
Again, I can't discuss that right now.
Oh, Knoxville's crazy.
What am I supposed to do in Oxford?
I don't know Oxford. I can say Knoxville, though.
You have a point. However, that's going to involve some methamphetamine. If you want to have
Is Tuscaloosa like Knoxville?
No.
Oh, okay, but because I like Knoxville.
No,
it ain't nothing like Knoxville.
No.
I'm trying to get back to Knoxville.
No.
But that's the overall point though, is that like if you're a Steelers fan, right? If y'all played the Ravens and it was only in Baltimore all the time, and Baltimore had a 31-5 advantage over y'all, like in the record, 31-5. Am I supposed to be like, damn man, the Steelers suck?
Well, yeah, because you're supposed to be able to, at least for that division, we play no matter where we're at. You don't do that home field advantage thing because you can look at the record. We've won in Pittsburgh, in Baltimore, per se, just as much as we have lost in Pittsburgh.
I think you're missing my point. You're being too literal. You're missing my point.
I'm not missing your point, but what I'm the bias is kicking in. You'll have to let that sink in, right? I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, I'm not going to put that much emphasis on where you play. If you have the talent to win, you should be able to win no matter where you play.
No, I agree with that. But when if you play 70 games and 95% of them are in your spot, I'm not going to have a winning record no matter how good I am, unless I'm Alabama and you're like Duke or something like that. Like Alabama, like if Alabama goes to Happy Valley 10 times, they're not going 10-0 or 9-1.
Yo, can somebody please get an on the field microphone to Lincoln Riley to ask him, not Lincoln Riley, to Lane Kiffin to ask him how he feels about the playoffs? I would if I was a sideline reporter, I would just have a mic and I would ask him before every commercial break, hey coach, we heard the comments about the SEC in the playoffs. What's your thoughts on the performance of the SEC in the playoffs?
Be like, how you doing today, coach? Like I'm doing fine. How you guys doing?
Has the SEC actually won a game yet?
Yeah, they got one.
Yes, the SEC has won a game. Texas is in the SEC.
Texas is in the SEC. But now they love
I was being facetious. I knew for a fact Texas won, but it's like I don't consider them SEC.
Vanderbilt won their bowl game.
Oh yeah, that's right. Vanderbilt did win.
But
Okay.
how can he complain? How can
Cup, you finally got me in.
Not being in the playoffs when he lost games at Oxford? He lost games that they should have won.
That's the point.
Yeah, but he still beat Georgia, right? He beat Georgia worse than Bama did.
Okay. He's out there pounding his chest, and that comes back to the original argument. That's my issue My issue isn't whether or not the SEC is a good conference. They're
Big fact.
absolutely a good conference.
Fact.
The SEC is not a good enough conference for teams that underperform to scream why they should be in things over other people because they're in the SEC. I don't care about none of that when you lose.
If you lose, you just
I don't
lose.
care.
That's it.
Like South Carolina was trying to argue to get in over both of the teams they
Can y'all
lost
hear
to.
me?
I've been saying this for like the last 4 years. Stop the SEC bias, and I'm happy this shit is happening.
Stop it.
Right before our very eyes.
I can't hear
But
nobody.
it ain't gonna stop nothing though, because there's still most of the schools like Bama, Georgia, Tennessee, they still want to get top 10, top 15 recruiting classes. So that ain't going nowhere.
But will the coaching be as good though?
We'll see.
Not necessarily about the coaching if you still generate direct.
Like that's the thing, is that they use the recruiting rankings to come up with the regular rankings.
Yeah. Like I don't like I think maybe our first Joe we said this year, Michigan should have ranked number 1 because we were the champions. Like
No,
you go
y'all
down from
should
there.
not have been number 1.
You
Mike.
should have
Stop
been number
it.
1. You go down from there
Michigan should have
because
been, if you're going to have a preseason ranking, Michigan should have been the number
Should
one.
have
If JJ McCarthy and Blake Corum were on that team, I would agree with you, but they ain't.
I feel you, but at the end of the day, we see who was number 1 and what happened to number 1. They got smacked.
1 through 4.
Smacked. Kept getting smacked around. So to me, I'd rather
Get out of here.
I'd rather put. We know for a fact going to from last year to this year, we know at least that is a starting point for us. And then you go down from there.
Last time we were watching football, a team stepped on the field and won a championship. I don't know what's a better. I guess you could say, well, J.J. McCarthy's not there, so we don't want to put him up there. But J.J. McCarthy completed 7 passes in the national championship game.
Yeah, for real. He wasn't
That
the reason why
defense
we
was
won.
back. That defense came back.
Big fact. And the running game was unstoppable. Nobody was stopping.
Harbaugh was gone. It was a
Harbaugh was
first-time head coach.
That's a
I
fact.
respect
That's a
that.
fact.
Okay. I respect that.
And none of us knew how terrible Orgy was yet.
Nobody knew that. No.
Yeah, only thing we liked about him was his name.
Yeah, and he can run.
Yeah.
At least he can run though, but now he can't even run low. Like, because like they're not creative enough to get him, a good enough package to run.
He basically T-moved Jalen Milrose.
But
Yeah, seriously.
you won't have that problem next year with that boy coming in from Louisiana.
Underwood.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Underwood.
Oh, yeah.
Correct?
They about to be in trouble.
Yeah. Is that running back coming back too?
No.
Which one?
Oh,
No,
the one who
neither one
actually
of them
won the
was-
game.
They both
No,
seniors.
neither one of them. Yeah, neither one of them played yesterday either.
Yeah, they both seniors. Yeah, they're not coming back.
Okay.
And that was the other thing about Bama. Like, you lost to Michigan's backups at that.
Dog.
Yeah. And you wait. You
We ain't even
lost
talk
to
about that
Michigan's
part.
backups. You lost to Michigan's backups, and you played all your starters.
Embarrassing.
Let's talk about it.
I ain't heard a roll tide in about 4 years.
But see, but if it was the
High
other
tide.
way around,
High tide. High tide.
and the
High
Bama
tide.
backups, if the Bama backups would have beat Michigan, we'd have heard, see, this is why these teams can't mess with the SEC.
Oh no, we had an SEC chance from here to I don't know what our furthest west Texas, I guess Texas, SEC schools. Everyone, our backups beat y'all's national championship team.
I think what's being left out is the fact that the SEC as a brand has been built to a national powerhouse, which draws attention, which draws the that a lot of these conferences don't get.
Yeah, I feel that. I think they're given
That's
the
true.
equal footing, though, they will still get opportunity.
Yeah, like, but what happens on the field has to matter.
Yeah, but
Yes.
back when they was on CBS in the 3:00 game, half the country was watching the 3:00 game because that was the game to watch. They built that brand. It's almost, you could say, from the ground up, like the Big East basketball did back in the 80s.
Mhm.
I remember
Agreed.
that
Agreed. That was great.
before
I
some
can agree with that stance.
but I mean, they're in the position to be scrutinized now because they've been built to be the powerhouse that they are. It's like with all of them, they have off years. This is maybe an off year bowl wise for the SEC, but that don't mean it's their demise. It just means
Oh no, not at all.
the other
No.
the other conferences have finally catched up. your NIL money might be paying dividends now
Yeah, I think so.
for a lot of teams. But all
Mhm.
that means is those SEC backdoor cutters just gonna have to cut bigger checks.
That's it.
One thing they're not gonna do is they're not gonna sit back and be embarrassed.
No, you're right about
Well,
that.
that's why I'm interested to see now that the revenue sharing is here next year. I'm waiting to see what that looks like.
Yeah, but even in the revenue share, making the money making based off the fact that they have built themselves to be the premier conference of college football.
Yeah.
You
With
wouldn't have
ESPN has built them to that.
said that you wouldn't have the playoff you have if
That's
it
it.
wasn't for the dominance of the E SEC.
I disagree. I think, and Mike just sort of alluded to it. I think a lot of it is very media driven. And something that really bothers me about the media is that the media creates narratives, they push narratives, and then when people start to follow the narrative, they say, "Oh, the people wanted this." Like, no. You've been
No,
telling
you
us
push this.
you're not playing Pac-12 games.
No.
If I'm the Pac-12, there's no way I'm playing all my games at the time I
12
play them,
o'clock.
because
Yeah, that's just crazy.
that puts us at a competitive disadvantage. No, I remember this last year when Dion was got the Colorado. They was
Yeah,
playing
late.
the game 1 o'clock in the morning. The game's going on.
But that was
Like, that
was
makes no sense.
that was 1 o'clock in the morning to you, but that was 9 or 10 o'clock to them.
But that hurts those teams.
It doesn't
Because
hurt. Doesn't
it
hurt.
does.
It doesn't hurt.
No. On a national scale, it absolutely does. Because
Okay.
I don't like I remember if USC when USC was USC, they weren't playing games at 1 o'clock in the morning.
That's a fact.
Reggie
Not
Bush
always.
played one game that ended at 1 o'clock in the morning. Not
They
one.
never be on at 12 o'clock. Bright and early. Ready. Or either 4 prime time.
4 o'clock prime time for you, where you at, Mike. Okay, that's another 2 hours behind them. So that's 2 o'clock in the afternoon for them. That's
Yes.
3 o'clock.
Yes.
That's 5 o'clock for us. So again, the time the games are played are based on their fans, not East Coast. Most of them aren't even catering to East Coast, but they're trying to now. That's why we got the late game or the games being played earlier in their time zone to cater to the East Coast, where they feel as if the majority of viewers are, or should we say, new viewers. I mean, how many of y'all was watching Colorado Cordell Stewart? Nobody.
Me.
Not me. Not me.
No, I know I wasn't. No, I'm not watching a game that comes on at 11 o'clock at night. I'm not. I'm
You
watching.
can see me on the hot box with my old school Colorado Cody Hawkins jersey.
I was about
I gotta
to say
get
that
in bed, Jack. Too much shit to do in the morning.
there's one mouse in the room that could raise it and say know me, and I was about to acknowledge him, but he already acknowledged his jersey.
He had the Boulder hat on. I said, "Oh shit, he ain't playing."
No, like if I'm an AD of a team that plays on the West Coast, especially a good team, like that scatter boy.
Yeah,
Nobody watched him play this year. Do you know why?
Because he was an anomaly.
Because
Arizona State wasn't on
bad late. They don't.
No, you know why? You know why?
If he was an SEC, we would have seen him every single week.
You know why? Because he plays for Arizona State, and the preseason rankings didn't have them in the top 25. That's why.
There it is. If they look, they did
Also,
their
I just
homework. They
wanna
would have
say-
known that coming into the
I just
want
want to say, Cam Skitty Bop, welcome to the
Skitty
New
Bop.
England Patriots.
Jaden Daniels played at Arizona State how many years?
I want to say it was 2.
So we didn't know who he was until he got where?
LSU.
Until he got to LSU.
We knew who he was because he had.
You knew who he was.
No, it was more than me. It was more than me. Mike knew who he was.
I had heard of him.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
He had Herm Edwards as his coach.
I
They had
coach.
Antonio Pierce and Marvin Lewis on the staff.
I
remember the
Herm was
staff.
coach.
I don't remember him playing though.
I knew they had a black quarterback named Jaden Daniels. I have never seen that kid play.
You don't remember them trashing his locker and stuff?
No.
Nah.
Yeah, YouTube that. Yeah, you gotta YouTube that.
Yeah, he said he was transferring, and he was packing up his stuff, and they were in the background throwing all his shit around.
That's crazy.
His teammates helped him pack.
Yeah, they packed my body.
That probably happened at 2 o'clock in the morning.
One more thing too that's gonna happen. Like millionaires are buying into colleges now too. I don't know if y'all heard about that.
Yeah, they said
That's gonna
they
change the
said
game
at
too.
one
NIL for
point.
sure.
Well, they said at one point Saudi Arabia was trying to buy Florida State.
I believe it. It's big business. Like Unc said, yo, it's the money. We all have said it, but it's the money. The money factor is the driving force of all of this shit. And they see opportunity to make. I mean, you think you making 100-something million, and they're not doing shit. We're just chilling.
Yeah.
Like they try to find industry where they ain't got to do nothing at all and just relax.
But it ain't necessarily say the $100 million. It's what you can invest $100 million and get a return of $1 billion in less than a decade.
True.
That's crazy.
They on the return. They ain't on the investment.
Yeah, it's all about return. You're right about that.
Return, and because once you get the rights, to these games and can view play them anywhere, anytime, on any platform, that's money generated because you're gonna draw attention. So it ain't about the investment, it's about the return. And schools see the same thing. They'll tell you, yeah, we about to build a $10 million laboratory facility thanks to the $250 million we got from our football. So what are they trying to say? You complain about how it's set up, but you complain about the results.
Yeah.
True. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Nah, man, but I mean, you had these people with so much money, they actually build the whole stadium and have their name put on it, and cool with that, long as that money is flowing.
That's
but
right.
then you complain about the player who says it's in his best interest to go someplace else. Because
that's what I be trying to say.
That's the part.
I be saying the same shit. Like, no, you got to be in support of the players, man. They've been doing this think about how long they've been doing it though. 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 10s, 2020. Like, it's been years of this money that's flowing in. They're not taking no L's. They're in the green.
You can go even deeper than that and say, well, back in the 60s when they didn't want y'all to play, they wasn't doing half of what they thought they was doing until y'all got in there and started for real. And then because even say in the SEC, the last team to integrate was Alabama.
Yeah.
Only because that one quarterback from Huntsville that went to Tennessee was waxing their ass 3 years in a row, and Coach Bryant was like, "Okay, I got to get me some of them.
I need some of them niggles.
Yeah, I want some of them because y'all. One thing about it, they gonna look the other way.
And that's why Georgia Tech left the SEC.
But I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about a dollar.
Yeah.
You can say how bad or how good they are. At the end of the day, you talking about them makes what they doing.
Oh, for sure.
Validates what because they are drawing attention.
Same with the Cowboys. That's what Jerry Jones loved. The same thing.
We didn't ask for that interjection, and we didn't.
I just had to you were going to add to this, help you to get to the point.
Nobody said anything.
You was leading to what I'm like. Go ahead and get to the point. Tomorrow, Jerry Jones. I know. It's all about the Cowboys. I know.
Talking about college athletics, not professional losers. But
well, y'all about to lose a couple weeks, so I'm ready for it.
Yeah, but see, check it out.
I got a nice spot on the couch for you too.
Hey, I'll have at least one $3,000 check, a $4,000 check, or whatever amount it is for that one game. I'll have that one check. Say that?
Yeah, I got one to the Pro Bowl.
Oh. Pro Bowl. We
got 5 selections that's going this year. CeeDee Lamb. We got Smith. We got Zach Martin. We got our kicker Aubrey.
CeeDee Lamb ain't going nowhere. CeeDee Lamb up in the hospital.
Is it really?
Yeah, he probably will be a replacement. They probably replace him.
Is it really a Pro Bowl, or is it just a gathering of non-playoff teams?
I like that.
It's not a
gathering of non-playoff teams. I can see that.
They got some playoff players in there.
Bro, motherfucker.
Patrick Mahomes ain't make the Pro Bowl this year.
He didn't deserve it either.
Did not make the Pro Bowl this year.
I'm happy he didn't make that shit. He didn't deserve it.
He didn't deserve it.
All that is another storyline for the Kansas City
You
fans.
know it. You know
Yeah.
it.
Nobody believed in us. Didn't even pick Patrick to go to the
I know. I
Pro
can't
Bowl.
wait to see Carson
Still-
Wentz this weekend.
When they get when he gets another Super Bowl MVP, guarantee he'll mention the fact that they didn't put him in the Pro Bowl.
Of
But this
course.
bad.
He's not gonna be all pro either.
Watch. It's
You know,
again the media stirring the pot because they know whose buttons to push.
That's right.
Just that simple. It's like in a Cowboy fan say we gonna win another year. He knows it's gonna stir.
I mean, if I feel like we can win, I would say so. But if I don't think we will, I won't say it.
I didn't say a specific fan. I just threw a rock out into a crowd and a dog bark.
I'm a holler. Shit.
what up, coach?
Just saying. But
That's
it is,
hysterical.
you know, you
Coach,
either
what up? What up?
talk about the winner or you talk about the loser, and nobody the loser but the loser's fan base.
Excuse me. Yeah, I feel you on that. I don't feel like a loser though. I feel great. So like I said, we win in spite of Jerry Jones. So we win. It's
when
great. We lose. Oh well.
You gave if nothing else, Arizona State gave your boy a reason to pick Skibbity Bop over Jenny.
Skippity Bob.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
Skippity Bob going to
Plato.
New England.
Yeah,
Play.
he would prefer a light one rather than a dark one to go back there. And
I
if
can see that.
That boy run like middle of a cotton field chasing you know who.
Oh yeah.
Scatterboo got Patriot written all over him.
No,
Skippity Bob is going to, hey, he going to Foxborough.
No, he
Second round.
No,
Second
First
round.
overall pick. First
Oh,
overall
that first overall pick.
he going to Dallas.
Skippity Bob. going to-
Skibbity
That
Bop.
first overall be
first round
crazy, yo.
pick.
That is
Skippity
unreal.
Bob from Arizona State.
Skibbity Bop gonna be his first pick. Go ahead, book it.
Damn, yo. Shit, that'd be crazy.
Hey, if Skibbity Bob goes in the first round, I'm dying, dog.
Telling
Yo,
you,
that'd be the wildest shit of all time.
your boy gonna get him and gonna make Dak change his number 4.
He gonna make
That's never
Skibbity
gonna
Bob number 4. He gonna throw the phones up for Skibbity Bob.
Yeah,
Either that or he gonna wear 40. He gonna wear 44.
44. You probably wear 44 or 40.
He gonna
Oh no, wait, that's Moose. Ain't that Moose number? I think they didn't retire
48.
Moose number.
Moose wore 48.
48 with Moose. All
stay
right.
retired. Watch. That's that boy just played Jerry Jones roster.
Boy, if Skibbity Bob end up on Dallas,
Skibbity Bob is
we
a
talking
dog.
Skibbity Bob every week.
I want that boy. He runs. Skibbity Bop.
He's a good runner.
Hey, boy.
I think Jerry got to do his inspection before he decide to.
Oh yeah, inspect him and see if it's up to snuff.
Gotta check.
He
Yeah,
already-
Jerry gay as hell, dog. That nigga enough
Oh.
talked about, yo. That's some gay shit he did, bro. I'm like, wow, fam. About the man private and stuff. That was crazy.
That's wild.
Super violation, my nigga. Like you supposed to look but don't see. You like, nigga, I don't see shit.
Skibbity Bob ain't gonna do that.
It ain't the fact that he looked and saw. It's the fact that he looked, saw, and told an audience about it. Like,
Yeah. Like, hey, y'all need to hear about this.
Hey, look at this shit over here. You go,
Like-
what?
hey, I think president talk, right?
Uh-huh.
That's just locker room talk, guys.
That's a locker room talk. Yeah.
I don't want to be in that
locker
locker
room I
room.
want to be a part of.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm good. I don't want to be in
Nah,
that
I'm
foxhole. No sir.
I'll just change it.
That's
I change in the car, get my check and go.
You know what I'm saying? Jerry in there trying to play reverse cowboys.
Yeah,
Hey.
Got Cowboy
Can you
Carter
hear
in the background. Like, oh no, hell no.
Yo,
Yeah.
us? Can you hear us?
yeah.
So do you think y'all gonna get Skibbity Bop? Or
Yeah.
what y'all gonna do?
oh for sure, bro.
First overall.
Overall pick?
Oh no, not the first overall. No, not that.
First Dallas.
If we only way I'll justify us taking Travis Hunter in the first round is if we follow it up with Skibbity Bop. If we follow that jump, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, second round. I thought. I feel you on that. Second round be tough.
No, trade up for the 8 and draft Skibbity Bop at 8.
Skibbity Bop. Because it's a multi-win thing. Not only does he get his wife, he also gets the Arizona fan base.
Uh-huh.
takes out of the Cardinals fan base, which ain't a lot. But the fact that he got him
Not much.
a short versatile on one of y'all running back that has proven in college that he is not a 1 year. Jerry will spend that first pick in the first round on Skip.
Ooh.
Plus,
Skibbity Bob.
and
Yeah, we got Rico Dowd. We all right.
it'll sell tickets. He
South
hot.
Carolina's own.
Well, no.
There
Well,
it
speaking
is.
of selling tickets,
Rico.
you was talking about Arizona. I was hearing a rumor that Arizona might be moving off their quarterback, and they might be interested in trading him to the Steel Curtain.
Yeah, I saw that saw it somewhere. When we last talked? Tuesday or when? Okay, whenever we talked last, he's shorter than Russell Wilson. Come on.
Yes.
He is.
Come on
Man,
now.
boy, small, son.
And he does not run an offense.
Just put Justin out there and develop it before you.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
think Justin Fields is a better quarterback than Caleb?
Oh hell yeah, yeah. Then Kyler Murray, the
Really?
potential is worth developing. Justin Fields. No, not Kyler.
I'll say this. I don't see a coach. I don't
Every,
see a coach with any actual offensive scheme wanting Kyler Murray on their team.
Nah.
everybody that believed in Kyler Murray in Arizona is no longer.
I like Kyler Murray. I just think they have to get a scheme, like Red said. They got to get a scheme, like.
Okay, but what
He
kind
can't run a scheme.
What kind of scheme did you have for him other than the running?
He doesn't run a scheme.
Bro,
That's why him.
I'll give him the West Coast offense.
He don't run any offense, bro.
He won the West Coast offense.
No, he can't because he always puts his offensive line at a disadvantage.
Yes, he does, and he doesn't run the play. Y'all see? So I keep forgetting the coach's name, but he's the offensive coordinator in Washington now. What's his name?
Cliff Kingsbury.
Cliff Kingsbury has an offense. Jaden Daniels is running the Cliff Kingsbury offense. Kyler did not run an offense.
Help though. I mean, he had D-Hop for that 1 year, and they went to the playoffs.
Kyler's had help every year.
Okay, and he's got Harrison Jr.
Wait,
now.
what is help every year? He only had D-Hop for that 1 year.
He had Connor. He had Connor like his entire career.
John
He
Carter
got the best tight end in the league.
He was with
McBride?
Pittsburgh for a long time.
Yeah.
He was with Pittsburgh for a minute.
No, Connor. He's had Connor his whole career.
Not his whole career. He had
He puts his offensive line at a disadvantage because
He got Michael Wilson.
I think he had Connor's whole career, though, I think.
he doesn't run
I
the
think
play.
James signed at the same time.
He doesn't run the play.
Can't see downfield. He's too short.
Yeah, I don't like short quarterbacks, though. But I like Kyler Murray, though. Now, would I select him as my quarterback now? No, but
Why have Kyler Murray when you could have Jalen Milroe?
I take him on Madden.
yeah, for sure.
Madden.
I think he's talented as shit. I just think he had to get the right coach that really believes in him in the skill set.
Okay, here we go. Why have Kyler when you can have Eli?
What?
Why have Kyler when you could have Eli?
You have Eli, now I'm good.
bro, that's crazy.
That's nasty.
Thank you.
Future Hall of Famer Eli Manning. First ballot Hall of Famer Eli Manning.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Fuck the Hall of Fame, man.
Off of two
Yeah, Hall of Fame is terrible.
wide receivers but okay.
Hall of Fame is bad, dog. They
Yeah,
put anybody in Hall of Fame now. You just gotta be like kind of high.
no,
Everybody but Art Monk.
don't put the NFL Hall of Fame at the same level as the NBA.
Oh, no, the NBA
No,
Hall of
NBA
Fame
is bad. No, NBA is terrible. No, NBA is.
Well, there is no NBA Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
Basketball.
Yeah, it's like
Basketball Hall of Fame.
the Basketball Hall of Fame, like the Naismith. When I
Okay.
seen Kukoc getting that job, I said, Kukoc, huh?
Yeah, the NBA needs a Hall of Fame. The NBA needs one.
Not
The
even
NBA needs Hall of Fame and he do it over.
So this shit is crazy.
when they put your boy Tracy McGrady in there, that was pretty much it.
Oh yeah, they snuck him in there too.
That
They
was
snuck T-Mac in there, bitch. Like, hey,
Kukoc,
He was first ballot too.
you can
Y'all know what my straw was.
first ballot. Oh yeah, Chauncey Billups.
Chauncey Billups. Chauncey
Yeah, but-
Billups walked.
Chauncey Billups was first ballot too.
Get this.
Yo, that's craziness, dog.
They
First
made Chris
ballot?
Webber wait like 15 years.
And C-Webb way better than both of them niggas, for sure.
Chauncey.
You can give
I'm taking C-Webb over both of them guys, for sure.
but Kukoc international records speak for itself.
Yes.
Not more or less as NBA. You know,
Yeah, I agree. That's part of why he got it. I get it.
You
get
can
it.
say
Chauncey
the same,
Billups has none of those.
you can say the same
Oh.
thing for Sabonis, but you
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
you ain't
That's
Sabonis definitely belongs though in any
You-
Hall of Fame.
you ain't gonna validate Tracy McGrady being in the Hall of Fame.
Nah, bro.
You
Tracy
ain't
was
gonna
a really good scorer, man.
Come
But
on,
nah,
man. 35 in 13 seconds.
Really good scorer, bro. But man,
okay.
playoff
And
is just what we look at. Like, damn, dog.
All right,
Playoffs is crazy.
Mike P, I got one for you.
What up?
Would you rather? Matter of fact, I don't know if I like this one anymore. Would you rather Manu Ginobili or Jamal Crawford?
I'm a Ginobili guy.
If
Ginobili.
I'm trying to win, I want Jamal Crawford. I mean, I want
Yeah.
Ginobili.
I like the fact that Ginobili just got good tenacity. Like he just
Yeah.
made plays for me.
he's
Jamal
another,
Crawford was a
Winning
better
player.
player,
Winning player.
more skilled, but
he's
crunch
another.
time, bro. Ginobili made a lot of plays for the Spurs, though. A lot of defensive plays, steals, blocks. You know, fast break 3-pointers, like clutch plays.
His international play for Argentina factors into that too.
That too. So it's like
Which is not in
Jamal
Europe, by
Crawford?
the way.
I watched Jamal with the
Not
Bulls,
good.
dog. Jamal Crawford was a one-trick pony.
Oh no, we ain't gonna do that now. We're not.
All he do is score. All he do is score. That's it. Cross niggas up and score. Same as McGrady.
You're not gonna play with killer crossover like that.
I'm just saying. I watched him with the Bulls.
No,
Come on now, Jamal Crawford was a Bull before anybody else. Come on, dog.
no, don't. Somebody pull up the stats. Don't do that.
Go for it. Go for it. I'm not knocking on this hill. One trick pony.
Don't do killer crossover.
I ain't never seen Jamal Crawford steal the ball from nobody.
How you mean?
Oh, he's stolen the ball from people.
Come on, man.
Never seen a
You
steal.
say you stole the ball from people.
Never seen a charge.
He's had steals.
I only seen a nigga sweat.
Don't do that. Okay, so you
He ain't playing no defense.
so Jamal Crawford or Lou Williams?
Jamal Crawford. Jamal Crawford.
That's tough.
Oh, that's a tough one.
I think Lou Williams got more minutes than most 6 minutes.
I think they're the same player.
Say it again.
I think Lou Williams got more minutes than Jamal Crawford.
All right,
Both
start
of them
bench
6'5",
cut.
though.
Start bench cut. Lou Will, Jamal Crawford, Sean Livingston.
Start bench.
Yeah,
Put
tough.
a
tough.
contract.
We going whole career.
Livingston.
Dang.
Livingston.
Sean Livingston with Golden State was different.
Yeah.
Livingston had the most potential out of all of them.
Yeah,
Outside of that, if he hadn't injured his
injury.
Clippers,
Oh,
Yeah.
he was super nice, dog.
Yeah.
he was gonna be
One of my favorite players of all time, for sure.
he was gonna be next. I was
Yeah,
He was.
he could have easily been like Penny
Yeah,
He was.
for sure.
He was.
and defend.
Definitely.
But the fact that he became like dude became a walking bucket.
Come
Like,
on, man. That mid range was so
with
cold.
Golden State, his role with those Golden State teams is extremely underrated.
Yeah,
Like, he
definitely.
was the person that could get like when they needed a bucket, when they needed like a mid, not a 3-pointer.
Yeah.
Could just find a bucket on the floor. He could find a bucket anytime he
Look,
wanted.
him and Jared Jack. And I feel like that what's my man name too? That came after the fact. Oh shit. What's his name, yo?
Not Fletcher.
He never got us. And did.
Is it Maurice Spates? Nah, not Maurice Spates. Is it Maurice?
Maurice Spates on that team.
Yeah, it was somebody. No, it was what's the other guy? I think from Africa, some shit like that.
It was Looney. Looney was on that team.
Not before Looney. Before Looney.
Spates was on that team.
For Golden State, you talking about Festus Ezeli?
Festus of it, bro. Festus Ezeli for sure.
Did he ever get a
Key role player.
Who?
Festus
Did he get what?
Ezeli and Andrew Bogut. They were really, really good role players for the Golden State team.
Hold on now. Andrew Bogut couldn't stay healthy.
He couldn't. When he was, they won it all. When he finally stayed healthy. Finally.
Yeah, people said that if Bogut was healthy, the Cavs wouldn't have had that comeback.
Exactly. Because you got to think. Draymond got
Bogut is the
suspended.
original Porzingis.
Draymond got suspended. Bowie got hurt, and Iguodala got hurt. You forget about that shit.
But put a number one pick on him and not pay out because of rules and some other things.
Nah, Riz, I ain't gonna let you slide with that Keith Van Horn disrespect though.
Yeah.
Oh, Van Horn is the first person to get you right.
Don't do
right.
that to Ryder either. Don't do that to Pale Ryder. No. Come on now. You gotta
Van Horn, man.
You know what I'm saying? Out here forgetting
hold on,
about
wait,
that
I don't think
shrimp.
2-5 heard it, John. All right, we before you hopped in, we said was start bench cut. Jamal Crawford. Who was
Lou
Jamal
Williams.
Jamal
Crawford?
Crawford, Lou Will, and Sean Livingston.
Sean Livingston.
I probably cut Lou.
Damn.
I started Sean Livingston.
I don't think I've ever seen Sean Livingston miss a shot.
I'm saying, dog, it was a bucket, man.
I never seen him miss.
Mm.
Ever.
Yeah, it was a bucket.
How about we just 10-day contract Livingston?
He said give him a 10-day. That's crazy.
Come on.
So
Liquid Death,
we were
y'all.
just talking about the Warriors. Is the window closing for the Warriors? Is the windows closing for Stephen Curry?
The window closed when they beat y'all. That was it.
Window closed.
That was it. That was the last dance.
Window closed. But
So y'all don't think the Warriors?
that was a window, though.
Do y'all think that they could make a trade? Do you
I'm
think
not-
there is a trade possible that they could make, or do y'all feel like
No, I'm not convinced the Warriors make the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
They could make a trade, but they won't.
Yeah, they won't trade Draymond. That's the problem.
The West
They
is
won't trade Draymond. Draymond's the problem. He's holding him back.
if they were in the East, they would easily be a 4-8. But
Yeah.
but
Yeah, there'd be a first round exit.
the West is so tight.
Oh, touchdown, Ole Miss.
Every game matters in the West.
Yeah.
Question time.
Yeah,
Hey, coach, we saw you score the touchdown. How do you feel about Alabama's performance in the bowl game?
How you feel about that, huh?
You know what
Let
I'm
us
saying?
know.
You talk to your cousins up in Knoxville?
Huh? Don't duck that shit too. We want to hear the real answer. I want to know how you really feel internally, like right now. How does it really feel?
Hey, Mike, if you want better entertainment, the Heat and Pacers are playing.
I'm watching this game right now.
I'm watching.
I got banned to be he's got the game. Told me so excited. He about to make some money tonight. I'm happy as shit.
I'm watching Celtics Timberwolves.
I got him less than 17.5 rebound steals and assists. I mean points, rebounds, and assists. So
Boston took the lead.
he just came out of the game. I'm like, yes, sir.
Y'all can have that. I'm about to get up on this Indiana Rutgers game.
So is the Clippers a fraud this year?
Every year.
No, the Clippers are just the Clippers. There's no fraud.
He on the way back.
I don't know what's the injury report.
They're just the Clippers.
The injury report gets more attention than the actual players. We know who's not playing, and everybody said he should have been a Laker, but when he turned down that Laker contract, he ain't been right since he turned down that Laker contract, and that's what it.
Well, I know Harden's not playing tonight.
No, he out. Yeah. That's
So-
my shit up too. Reduce my jump. I'm like, man, come on.
But Norm Powell was averaging like 26 earlier this year.
Yeah, he can hoop
Is the
though.
Claw expected back this year?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did the commercial that I posted.
You know way back in the Cadillac.
So my man said
Oh, on
he
the way
came to LA,
back.
bro.
Y'all know who I really like?
Who?
I
Eli
like
Manning.
them boys. I like Sangoon and them boys. I'm not gonna lie, man.
Houston?
I got it.
Yeah, they're gonna be there. They're gonna be a problem this year.
Another team that your favorite channel should be talking about.
They can fight. I'll say that.
We're ready for the playoffs, though, son.
All day.
They scrappy.
Them young boys can scrap the way.
You're not gonna want to play with them boys. They
That's
scrappy.
another team that ESPN should be talking about that they ain't.
Agreed.
The story writes
I
itself.
guarantee you, they Coach Emo Amadala, whatever his name is, he gave old boy 5 grand.
Hey, hold on, wait.
He
No,
made
we don't do
Did you
names
just turn
like
him
that.
into Iguodala?
Hey man, I chop a name up too. Shit.
No,
Ime
that's
Udoka.
Udoka.
I
You
don't-
feel me?
I don't like him because he cheated on my my crush, but other,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
man.
Neil Long?
so,
Yeah, that was tough.
hey,
That's a bold brother, dog.
Hey,
Man,
yeah, you
uh,
got to pray.
dog,
did
you
you
a
know-
bold brother to do some shit like that.
Yeah, you,
did you know that Neil Long is sisters with some more?
yeah, I knew that.
Mhm.
I
Yeah, me
found
too.
That's crazy.
her little
Yeah.
means a comedy thing. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what yeah.
Some good genes right there, man.
Yeah.
Blew my mind.
I ain't gonna say nothing else after that. So, some good genes.
Yeah, her and that one piece on what's that movie? Why did I get married? Best Man. Her on that,
Yeah.
and she was ready, wasn't. Been me. That wouldn't have been me, guy. We can go all the way back to her Fresh Prince days, but I mean,
Oh, come on, man.
Uh-huh.
The Fresh Prince days was crazy. Whoa, man.
it is what it is.
Damn.
No, her and Tyra.
For shizzle. All of them was bad on that jump.
Okay, there's one for you. Her or Tyra?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going Neil Long.
I'm checking. I'm just checking on some of y'all because
I'm going Neil Long for shizzle.
Yeah, I'm taking Neil Long over like 99.7%.
Hey,
Like my
Today.
shit back in the day was like Neil Long,
Today.
Today.
like Tony Braxton, though. Like when niggas like Holly Berry, I'm like, nah, Tony Braxton, dog.
hey,
Then today, tomorrow.
anything
Different.
4'11" is a problem, guys. So you might want the height requirement on that. Tony Braxton like 4'11". You'll never survive.
So
Are you eating that?
No, if Birdman could get Tony, man. Nah, man.
Not Tony now. I said in the 90s.
I don't care any Tony.
Yeah,
Tony.
You know what I'm saying, motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? And she from my state too.
Eating Tony?
yeah. She from Maryland and she 4'11". She crazy.
Eating
It's definitely
Tony?
crazy.
Any Tony with an eye.
She definitely key in the car.
Oh, okay. Like,
Tony with an eye.
Oh, where's going?
Any
And-
Tony with an eye.
And if
I'm about to buy that Dane pause button too.
You know what I'm saying? Tony Storm. All of them.
Balls.
You know what I'm saying?
He said Tony Storm. I caught that one.
Yeah. I love Tony Storm, man.
Tony Stark?
No, Tony Storm.
Tony
Tony
Storm.
Kukoc?
You know what I'm saying?
So the
And
top
Tony
three
Davis?
That's the wrestling boo. That's the wrestling boo.
Yeah, I know. I love it. What you got, Cups?
wrestling fake, but okay.
Yeah, so is like every movie we watch.
No.
Yeah.
Not every movie we watch.
Damn near.
Speaking of, did y'all watch Squid Games yet?
Not yet.
No, but I'm gonna start it tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch that jump probably tonight or this weekend.
I was about to buy a Halloween costume, but I didn't know what I was representing.
They did it. They did it for season 2.
Again?
They did it. They did it.
I'm happy to hear that. Yes.
They did it.
Look, I was watching Landman. Have y'all seen that yet? It's on Prime.
Y'all keep saying that. I have no idea what that is.
Man,
Man.
I'm a big Billy Bob Thornton fan. So man, he does it again.
Oh, Billy, you talking about Billy Bob?
Billy Bob Thornton
You know what I'm
again.
saying? Bad Santa.
He
The great Billy Bob Thornton. You dig
Bad
me?
Santa for sure.
I'm definitely a thespian, and nigga, he does it again,
he slice and dice them and sip a bottle of champagne like
bruh. That nigga's my hero, nigga. Seriously,
He's so-
bruh.
Ooh,
Every movie Billy Bob Thornton getting pussy, my nigga. Like, bruh, he has the greatest shit of all time.
he'll
I didn't say flash.
cut him up. He'll cut him up and tell him now pay for the check. And they,
Bruh, he's that character right in that in Landman for sure. Easy work. I'm like, how does he keep getting this role? He be wilding the fuck out in every role.
like I say, almost every scene I seen him in, he breaking somebody down and then he tell him pay for the shit.
Get on, piece of shit. Get out of here. Take your $4 and get out of here. I'm like, this
Yeah,
nigga crazy.
Get your guy all money. Get the fuck. Bam.
I'm sure he done smoked like 17,000 cigarettes on the set too. Every movie he smoked like 25 cigarettes on the joint every time.
Yeah, he a cool European American.
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out to the cool European.
He's I probably have a beer with for sure.
He looked like
There's not many, but he's one of them I probably would have a beer with.
I drink a bottle of Jim Beam a day.
I bring the weed if he bring Holly over.
For shizzle.
Wow.
Little
And he's a
monster
great
ball.
sniper. He's a grade A certified sniper.
Let me go first.
Wow. Y'all still in love with Harley, eh? Mm.
Nah,
No, I wouldn't
that's-
say love, but it's just
Nah,
nostalgia.
that ship sailed. That ship sailed.
It's
a
just
long time ago.
nostalgia, but I might still fawn over Robin Givens a little bit.
Where is Robin Givens though?
You love some of them. You want to be.
Now, I used to love Layla Roshan until I saw her like 2 years ago.
Yeah, that was bad.
Uh-oh.
What we're not gonna do. What
You
we're
saw
not.
her?
Well, no, not in real life. I'm just
Oh,
saying.
it sounds like you saw her in person?
No, I seen them pictures of her. You know what I'm saying? Like she could definitely help the Bears out.
Hey, we're not gonna.
Damn.
Expect sunshine like that. No.
She grew another back?
That was tough.
No.
Yeah, that one went left. That one
Yeah,
went
Nick rolled on.
He's a big. But we know some people that'll trade it off for that big back. Still,
for sure.
You ain't never
For
lied.
sure.
They'll trade it off for that big back.
For shizzle.
I mean, at least you can at least say, well, she done had like 3 or 4 kids. There, she didn't.
Yeah. Justifiably. You did.
I don't know what she doing in her life, man.
It
I've
ain't
been,
like
tripping on women like Vivica Fox though. I'm like, bruh, that ain't it no more. That's like
That's the one.
Look, my nigga.
That is the one.
you got.
That is the one.
I know she got the alligator neck and everything.
Oh, she looks crazy, my nigga. She looks like Jigsaw, nigga.
I'm crying,
Wow,
dog.
like,
Y'all gotta
I wouldn't,
chill.
bruh. If she came up to me and said anything, I would be like, yo, go that way.
You
Nigga
got
said
me
that
Go
way.
that way.
like, nah, boo.
Nah, that is not it. She's
Hey,
like,
no, man, no.
wanna get
Vivica
married
offered
now.
the strength, bruh.
what?
What?
Vivica offered the strength. I'm telling you.
Nah, she take that makeup off. You can be like, oh hell no.
Nah,
You can say that about half of them.
I'm cool.
Not Eddie. Not
I'm
Cole Murphy.
cool. Nope. Yep.
She's still out there. She's still out there kicking, does she, right?
Even though she when she just with Michael Jordan's son, the one that sniffed cocaine.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was Larson.
Yeah.
No, her too.
Yeah, both I
Oh,
thought.
Murphy was just with,
Oh.
yeah, with
Yeah, both.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
he upgraded. He upgraded.
Yeah, MJ ain't playing. Lil MJ ain't playing.
You know, money talks. When you
You know what I'm saying? He be treating their nose and make them leak.
Come on now.
you heir a parent to at least $3 billion.
That's it. Easy call.
Yeah. You gotta split that bill with
Why Mike ain't trying to get his sons in the NBA?
because George.
I ain't fucking with you too far. I ain't saying shit. See?
I'm not messing with 2-5.
What the hell wrong with Mike, man? Why he don't love his kids?
Busy camera.
You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me.
Or Chameleon one.
Speaking of the great one, you see the great one?
Mm-hmm.
Man.
You like his kids or Chameleon there?
Look,
Bruh.
if he couldn't get them on the Bullets, he wasn't getting them on anybody's roster. So I mean,
He got the Bullets. Yo, he be taking bad shots at the Wizards though. Like,
Yo,
I know. Like it sounds like we rent free or something.
I might be.
Dang.
I might run rent free on mine.
nah, it's like when I hear urine and purple from certain people.
Oh, urine and grape and urine. There you go.
See, I got corrected without
Yeah,
even
grape and urine.
buzz. It's
And then they got those new ugly ones with the black, so it's grape, urine, and asphalt.
hold on now, because I got that warm up in my cart. I'm ordering that. I got a pair of Jordan 12s that'll go with that. Don't do that.
the Mama Joy is actually pretty dope.
No, the mama joints are fire. I'm talking about the black, gold, and purple.
Oh, the black with the purple. Yeah.
The city,
Yeah.
the city. I think it's the city night version of they warm up or whatever. I got that.
Hold on, my damn connection.
My Jordan 12s will go with.
Ain't nothing fucking with the pink pajamas.
That's right. Say it again.
The cherry blossoms.
The pink pajamas. I can't find a shoe to go with it other than black, and it don't look right sitting out.
I gotta get me one of those jerseys. The
Okay.
cherry blossom.
Let me put that on my list. A dozen Krispy Kreme donuts and a
Pink cherry blossom.
Whipped cream donuts.
Okay. When I hit y'all up and ask y'all for y'all address, address.
You know
I don't
what
want.
I'm saying? It was
else.
cool when Cameron did it, huh?
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Yeah.
God damn, Bam!
That's y'all rapper.
I hate this nigga.
That ain't my
That's
rapper.
not my rapper.
Damn,
That's
nigga,
Mike
shit.
people.
I used to
told
like
Cam.
Cam until he got passed up by Jim Jones.
I like Cameron still to this day.
Oh, 14-0 Ole Miss.
Killer.
Uh-oh. Time for some questions.
I like him when he pull up on old boy at that light and shot him up and snatched his chain. That's it.
You know what I'm
Paid
saying?
full?
Lane
what paid
Kiffin
in full?
out here putting the SEC on his back.
Who are they playing?
Duke.
Come on now.
Oh, not Duke, y'all.
No.
Batten down the hatches, y'all.
Not Duke, y'all.
Oh yeah, we got Rutgers in
Yeah,
Indiana.
look, with that backup in the game.
Come on. That ain't even a basketball affair.
Oh
That's
shit!
a two.
We got Rutgers in Indiana at Assembly Hall.
Hey, I hate Bam
that's
Adebayo for sure. That
Mike,
nigga.
Mike, that's a 2 chin strap game there, man. When you play Duke football,
A top one and a bottom.
you got the
Yeah.
top one and the bottom when you play Duke.
I'm more
Shit.
I'm more concerned getting out of the stadium than watching that game because they in Duval.
Yeah.
They sure are.
All right.
They
Oh,
sure
okay,
are.
working. All
I'm,
right.
Yeah, all right.
I'm more concerned getting out of that stadium.
Just stay late. You be good. Stay late. And just hang
Oh
out.
no.
Oh.
No.
Oh, crazy story. We went to the Jacksonville Monday Night Football game one year. My aunt, I think my aunt's a season ticket
Yeah.
holder, right? So my whole family went. Like my uncles, or my auntie, everybody. We all was out at the game, like celebrating my dad because it was Dolphins Jaguars. We go to the game. My cousin comes in. He's like, "Yo, my car exploded." So apparently there was like he had a fuel drainage drip. He had a drainage drip on an exhaust pipe, and the car caught on fire like during the game, right outside the
wow.
Jacksonville
That's
Stadium.
crazy.
Yeah, that literally happened. So we didn't get robbed or anything like that, but we thought for sure that somebody put a hit out on him. Like, yo,
Yeah, like, what you been doing
what
out
kind of
here,
life
yo?
you living that your car getting blowed up outside
Some
of the
Diddy
football
shit,
stadium,
right?
cuz?
Yeah, real talk.
Yeah.
I went there when the Steelers played one Sunday and took the boat from the Hampton into the stadium because they got the boat taxi that runs
Yep.
around and you ride.
That sound fire.
It is. No sooner than I stepped off the pier to walk towards the stadium, it was probably about a 200-yard walk. By the time I did that 200 yards, I done had 5 free drinks. And don't ask me what I was drinking.
Wow, because you don't remember?
Hey,
Damn.
hey, try this. You're going to the game? Try this. Okay. Thanks.
I was,
Yeah, man.
I was like that night. I thought I was going to
Jacksonville's a
die
great
in
place to
Miami.
tailgate, man.
But now when we was leaving, it was a totally different situation. It was almost like burning Mississippi. Hey boy, I don't like them damn Steelers. I'm like, well, I mean, your mama should have swallowed you. Where's the
Talking to the wrong one.
Oh, dude.
Rebellious nigga, you dig?
Hey,
Oh, dude.
I can do it too. And
I'm off the plantation. That's what we want to do.
I had a homie with me that has Mike. I was running with a homie with me that has a red ID card, and you know what that means when he has a red ID card, right? He ain't. If you a vet,
man.
you know. His
Yeah,
ID.
I don't have no red ID.
No, his
I don't
ID
got a red
card
ID.
red means he's not mentally stable.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Got you.
Oh,
straight
dang.
5150.
I
Yeah,
got you.
Oh, damn.
I get the drift.
We got those special meds. And when he said that, I was like, hey man, we it's 2 of us and 3 females. There's 4 of them. Oh, I ain't worried about it. The vet sent her right down the road. No, we not.
Hey, let's get to the car.
No, we're going home.
Let's get to the car as swiftly as fast as we
We're
can.
going
We
home.
can go.
Yeah. No, I don't do all that. I analyze stuff now. I
Yeah,
had to
those days
run,
over with,
No,
man.
no, no.
Who the fuck want to fight?
you know.
I'm gonna shoot your ass and just walk away.
Rez, we got to get these sponsorships going, man. You know
Y'all
what
got
I'm
liquid
saying?
death?
Which
You
one
got
we
to
got?
get that parrot joint. So I got
I
to
gotta
get
get
the
a pair
Liquid
of
Death
sponsorship,
joint.
bro.
Perry Bay?
That's gotta happen.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
gotta get the
Dr.
Liquid
Death
Death
flavor.
one.
Perry Bay? Or we talking about Perry what? Oh,
No,
my
Parrot,
bad.
the
Yeah.
app.
Okay.
The
Oh, yeah, I got
we talking about it on the pod. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
listen,
got to get
Joe.
a Parrot app, bro. We got to get a Parrot like sponsorship. I'm gonna start writing them
You
though, because
should.
we
You
talk with
should.
them every single week.
You know what I'm saying? We got to find a way to get ready for the segue. We got to find a way to get these videos to Meathead.
Uh huh. He been ducking it.
Future?
You been ducking it.
Bruh. I don't understand.
You been ducking it.
These guitars sound like Parliament.
Mike P.
Hold on, let me get on my
What's up?
computer.
Mike P. You my dog. I respect
sir.
your opinion.
Oh wow, you only respect Mike's opinion. That's crazy. You see how he starts this, right? You see how he starts this, right?
I'm
Go
still,
ahead,
I'm
keep
still
going.
waiting on this Jay-Z
No, dig it.
Drake
No,
diss I heard
ahead.
about.
No, 'cause- you said what happened?
I'm still waiting on this Jay-Z Drake diss I heard about.
Man, Jay don't want it with Drake. Come
Oh,
on.
word, yeah.
Jay don't want it with Drake. I'm talking about you all right?
I
Okay.
think
You
other,
all right?
other
You're
See,
right.
you need a sponsorship from the Kings of Comedy.
Yo, Jay ain't wrote a good verse in a while.
Damn.
It's been a minute.
since his jazz days.
It's been a while since Jay really had
Not
had
since
one of
the
those
jazz
ones.
days.
Like,
Jazz days.
You know what I'm saying? Where a mill
that
at?
shit was Jay Electronica really count though. That shit
But I
really
don't-
counted.
I don't say that to be disrespectful because I have more than one of his albums. However,
I got numerous. I got whole vinyls in this motherfucker, but I keep it real.
I wouldn't
I'm just trying to find a mill.
I wouldn't say I had the whole
do.
catalog, but there's maybe
Oh,
one or
no.
two that I don't have only because it wasn't during his jazz days.
I got jazz. Oh shit, I got.
Why that man got the po-po on beans though?
I don't know. That just hurt my heart. I said, "Whoa, what? I didn't know that even happened."
Residente ain't comment on that video
Oh, what? What happened?
Right over that joint, like, nah,
when
that
King said Jay called the police on him.
I would have called the police on him too.
Hold on.
I don't think y'all understand. Like I
No,
don't
Red.
think y'all understand.
That man was not even bothering nobody.
Oh, I don't know the story. I haven't heard the story.
Yeah, he wasn't even bothering. I feel you though. I call nigga.
Yeah,
I don't fuck with the police,
I will
but
call the police.
If you're a
I will call the
criminal,
police
I don't
on
fuck
you.
criminals at all.
I'm
Leave
not
me the
going
fuck
to
alone.
jail. I'm not
Yeah, I got two
fighting
things
you.
going on. Yeah, I feel the same way. But
And
I'm
when he
not
said,
fighting you.
"That
I'm not
bullshit
shooting you."
again, my man will shoot you.
Yeah,
Listen,
I'm not
like,
shooting you.
he was
I'm
there
not
during
fighting
the
you.
concert.
I am calling
Like
the police.
everybody else came in there with love, and this nigga Jay was like, "Yeah, I mean, and then people
When
came
was
after
this?
that. Huh? Summer Jam
Had-
one time.
It was like when Beanie first got off the rock.
Yeah, after Jay dropped him.
So that's been
Oh,
verified.
because wait, hold on now. You got to remember. So, what is Beanie Siegel known for?
Getting knocked out.
No, he's
Oh,
not.
no.
Now he is getting knocked the fuck out.
That's crazy. But no, like Beanie Siegel got his name. So you got to remember, Beanie Siegel got his name from being like the dude in the neighborhood that was just. He was literally the Broad Street bully. He used to walk around and fight people and knock people out. So like even if y'all ever watch there's a documentary that they did on state property when state property first got on the Rockefeller, and like and they sent them to Miami. It wasn't on Backstage. They sent them to Miami to record their album, and like they were doing everything but recording music. And so like Dame would call and they'd be like, "Hey man, you guys need to be in the studio working and da da da." Like, dog, we ain't doing none of that. We going over here to do da 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 da. We over here, like we ain't doing none of that. So then Jay came.
Rap said on the pod. He said, "Yo, I seen this nigga doing wild shit in person." I said, "Yo, I feel you on that."
Yeah, he's like, dog, he's like, these dudes don't listen, man. So like if we got smoke for real and you show up at my concert and you're not invited.
No, he was a guest.
Oh, he was a guest? Oh, that's crazy then. I don't know why he called
He had a backstage pass and everything.
Oh, that's crazy. The nigga
Jay
get
was
him
like,
out of there because he showed up.
I don't know why Beans is here. I'm like,
What old Leslie up to these days?
Who is Leslie?
Philly Freezer.
Oh, he lost a kid last year.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, either last year or the year. I want to say lost two kids.
damn.
Yeah, like last year.
Freeway.
But
Yeah,
he's
you're right.
back to
Yeah.
rapping. He has a food truck now.
Okay.
I think both of them
Food truck
maybe
business.
a food truck.
Yeah.
Beanie got the food.
I think
Does Beanie get a food truck?
Yeah,
they
Beanie
got
got
one.
the food truck. Yeah,
I thought they got one separately too. I thought they both had one. I thought.
That
Okay.
lost a lot of weight and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Where Owen Sparks at?
Oh, I don't know what Owen Sparks is at.
Because they was running this rap shit, remember?
Chris and Neve.
They said that shit.
But
you driving J balls right now. This is Jason.
But let me get to where I've been trying to get to before we even like went live tonight, because we got to do this, because we've been ducking this conversation for a very long time. Very long.
25. Let's go.
So let's open 2025 with this conversation right here. Meathead, right? So this is my issue.
Oh no,
with,
yeah, that was the question I was about to ask JP.
Yeah. So my issue with him is not that I don't think he makes good music, right? One, I think he knows he does something that I appreciate in any artist. You know who your fan base is, you know who listen to your music, and you make music for them. The problem is, for everybody else, it sounds like one really long song.
Nah.
You put the album on,
Future,
and it sounds like
Bro, I'm telling bro, Future different.
the same BPMs. The only album that wasn't like that was the first. We don't trust you.
Yo, that's the same thing Raph said.
We don't trust you is not like that. We don't trust you. It moves, but like he's very talented, but he makes it's a very long. It's a very long. Like, how long is a Future album on average? Like 90 minutes.
Yeah, I said that.
It's like listening to the same song for 90 minutes.
Tell him, Cups. Tell him.
To me, you got to be in a different pocket. Like you got to be in a different zone, different perspective, different space.
Yeah.
To me, I respect this pen. Like when I heard, like it's certain like the Beyonce joint he wrote for Beyonce was crazy. Like he don't even really get credit for the shit he really do.
Right. But that's not on his album.
Drake was like, damn, like, and y'all know I'm OVO Mike for sure, but
yeah,
he really was helping Drake out. I'm thinking it's vice versa. So it's like, oh, this nigga really,
after all. Oh, never mind.
He really is doing this thing. Like I'm not a Future fan, like a Future fanatic, like know every song, but I gotta give him his credit, man. Got to.
If it's it's a one-off, Mask Off, come on, I'm vibing. I like if it's one song that comes on, I'm like, okay, cool. Even the joint they're playing, I don't listen to the radio much, but they've been playing the one song, something I was moving too fast, something I was moving too fast. That song, right? By itself, it'd be great. But the problem is, if I listen to the rest of that album, I'm pretty sure the rest of the songs sound exactly like that song.
Hey, I was listening to the first person shooter, and Cup said, "You gotta listen more because it's a big 4."
It is, bro.
What he told me? It's a big 4.
He's not really lying though, to me.
If you're just talking sales, then you're absolutely right.
Man, every time Future drop, it's happening.
Oh no, for sure.
Some move in the atmosphere when he dropped. Real talk.
With his fan base.
I'm not a Future fan. I'm not saying I know every song. I'm of an early Future and shit. I fuck with early Future, to me personally.
Y'all are no seriously.
I had a gummy
y'all
last
the
night.
first people I met that were Future fans like this. I'm dead serious.
There
we go, right on time, Naptown.
Yo, I had a gummy last night, and I was listening to Future, and then that Uncle Murder wrap up came on right after.
I still ain't heard Uncle Murder wrap
Bro,
up.
I was in the zone.
I'm not listening to Uncle Murder
wrap up. Is wild.
I was in the zone.
I don't respect Uncle Murder.
You know what I'm saying? He shitted on Cole for like a minute and 15 seconds.
And he should have. I told y'all that shit. Cole, bro. I don't want to hear another song from J. Cole ever in my life. I don't care what J. Cole had to say.
We don't want to hear another
bars ever. Nigga. I don't want to hear that shit.
I want to hear Future make a diss record.
Dog, Cole can rap, bro. I just don't want to hear him talk about how tough he is or how much he wants smoke.
I don't want to hear
nobody wants
I'm
smoke.
one nigga, I'm the lion. I'm not nigga. Nobody give a fuck what you got to say no more.
Yeah, I don't want to hear him talking about he got blood on him. If he
battled, you would have lost a friend. Port Antonio?
No.
I like
Port Antonio was cool. It's just like when he started talking the tough guy stuff, I was like, I'm cool.
I'm good.
Nah, bro, that man said, you know what I'm saying?
He would have lost a friend.
Yeah.
You believe that? Really?
Hey, look, Cole said He wasn't afraid of what Kendrick was going to do to him. He was afraid of what he was going to do to Kendrick.
Oh shit! I believe you, bro.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
exactly.
Cole said he would have got out there acting like Shane Beamer, bro.
Finance Ryan in the house?
Okay,
Oh,
kid.
shit.
Finance Ryan in the building, 2025.
Finance
Mighty
Ryan in the
Waters.
house?
Let's
Mighty
go.
Waters too, and
ABB Ryan.
I'm back. My bad.
I still got
Yo,
my
I
Navy
hit
beans.
the building.
To be clear, I still have my Navy beans.
They ain't gonna do you no good, bro. They ain't gonna do you no
I
good.
still have my Navy beans on deck, and I incorporated something else.
There ain't enough Navy beans in the world to save you.
What did you
Cabbage.
incorporate?
Cabbage. It
I
was
love
spoiled.
Mike, bro.
It
I
was
love
spoiled.
Mike, bro.
It was spoiled. And black eyed peas, motherfuckers. Come on now.
I love Mike, bro. Dog, it ain't two like you in the world, bro. I promise. I promise it ain't two. That's
You know what I'm
hysterical.
saying? I know I'm arrogant, but don't be trifling, bro.
Oh man, what up, Ryan?
What y'all been up to,
How
man?
you living?
Chilling, man.
What
Chilling.
you been up to,
You
kid?
got, I see you got a little nice blizzard right there.
Oh, yeah.
Bon appetit. Shit. That motherfucker is you know what I'm saying? Saying something.
I'm hot, so y'all gotta give me some grace. I'm a little high right now, but what y'all
It's
up
all
to,
good.
man?
Yeah, bro.
I heard y'all talking about future.
Yeah.
What you think about Future,
Hey,
man?
you got some thoughts?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he initially became an artist, I wasn't a fan just because he's not like a super complicated rapper type of thing. Like, but he ushered in a new era of broader music that's trap that's kind of like transitioned into pop. So he kind of, and then also his background. He's a lot of nepotism. Just so everybody should know that. Dungeon Family, stuff like that. But for whatever reason, man, he has figured it out how to resonate with enough people to where he's just this really big artist, man.
That's what I said.
And he has songs I like. He definitely has songs I like. Don't get me wrong.
He's the
When
best
him and
at the
Drake were
person.
collabing, he was in his zone. They were in his zone when they were collabing.
He's the best at the style of music he makes.
Yeah.
He's the best.
And
Like, bro.
it's like nobody's gonna rap dope better about dope than Jeezy or Pusha T.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Exactly.
So like everybody has their little niche that they're really good at.
Yeah. Like I always call Future music vibe music. It's vibes. Like
like if you're in the club or something, it's like it works.
You know, for me, we always talk about how this player is the evolution of that player, and like Future to me is like the evolution of Old Dirty or something.
I can see that.
No.
Very eclectic though. Like,
Like
you
just
gotta
out there, yeah.
I'm
Like,
looking
you know what
for like it's a
No, I think there's an artist right now that's off the wall that is more like Old Dirty Bastard. I can't think of the name, but there's somebody that just says a lot of like odd stuff that's acceptable because their personality just works.
I think
I
would say
some Gucci flip flops. That's Future.
I think
I
Future
just fucked your
is.
bitch and some Gucci flip.
I just think that's typical rapper stuff, though. I just feel like rappers can say wild shit like that, though.
I think Future is more like Future's a fusion of Andre and Gip.
I can see that too.
Okay, I can see that.
Like he's Dungeon Family through and through. Like that's one thing you cannot like. He's Andre. He's Andre's like Andre is very like Andre knows how to make a song. He's very good at making songs. Future can make a song.
You know another thing that really helped him?
Gip had those.
I mean, cut you off though.
Like, no, you good.
But if I was around, he was like, "Yo, my name's Meatball." I would be like, "Eh," and then he's like, "Well, my name's Future." I would be like, "No." But in retrospect, him attaching himself to a word that people use all the time, like thinking about the future, is more of like a psychological thing because once it worked, you always thought about that. It's like Rapper the Game. Like he attached himself to a word that's very common. Game. So you think about that all the time. You don't have to be thinking about him to come up. So
when we talk about that gentleman, we call him social media content creator. The Game.
Why is he social media content creator?
He's not a rapper. He's not a rapper.
You ain't like that
Oh.
dude. You ain't like
Hold
that.
on,
No,
you gotta
he's
relax on game, though. Hold on now.
this dude's a top 5 rapper. If you listen to his
Relax on
catalog,
game now. Hold
listen
on
to his
now.
last listen just do
The
this.
Game?
Listen to his last album. Listen to his last album.
I will
And you know,
never
and
listen to his
a
last album.
common listen, hold on. And I'm a Game fan. That's one of my favorite rappers.
I
But
will never listen to his
a
last album.
common narrative is that he gets no respect in the industry. That's a lie, because if you look at his last album, everybody who's a big time new artist or legacy artist is on that album. Only Game can get Chloe, Cassie, and Chris Brown, and then get a sample from what's Michael Jackson's sister's name? What's her name? Janet Jackson.
Yeah.
Those 4 people to sign off on one song. Only a Game could do that because they respect the fact that he's a really good artist.
With Game in the first place. Like,
That sounds great.
I think that's the problem with them in the first place.
Yeah. But
That is exactly the problem with him in the first
Game
place.
theory because Game really is the epitome of the game. Like that's why he name drops so much. Like I'm a name drop and talk about everybody in the game.
He does. It's intentional. It's intentional.
Red Rose, White Ceiling.
No, he definitely has skills.
But look, that actually in retrospect was a great marketing because you still remember that he did that so many times.
Only because of YouTube videos that show you that he can't freestyle without starting with Red Rose, White Ceiling.
Well, actually, when he says Red Rose, White Ceiling, he just says the same freestyle every time.
Yes.
But there are plenty of videos out there where he does not use that freestyle. If you go look at LA Leakers, he's always dropping new quote unquote. They're not. I mean, we know they're pre-written because everybody does that, right?
Hey Ryan. You know what I'm never gonna do? Ryan, you know what I'm never gonna do?
What?
Go look up the Game rapping on LA Leakers.
You tripping?
No,
he's right.
But listen. Even your favorite artist like Kendrick Lamar will tell you, no, Game is a top tier rapper. Mind you,
not that he's a bad rapper. It's not that he's a bad rapper. It's not that he's a bad rapper.
Top tier though. Not even totally top tier. Like,
listen,
no,
hold on.
It's not that he's a bad rapper.
Even Kendrick Lamar will tell you that. You know why Kendrick will tell you that? Because one of the reasons that you know of Kendrick is because the Game put him on. One of the reasons you know of Nipsey Hussle. Hold on, I'm not finished. One of the reasons you know of Nipsey Hussle is because the Game put him on.
Yeah.
So, but they've spent a lot of intimate time around him, and trust me when I tell you, they respect his pen. It's not just me saying that.
Do you know why I know
it's
Tupac
these guys
is?
in the industry that'll tell you that.
Do you know why I know who Tupac is? Because Humpty Hump put him on.
Yeah.
So
no, well, that's a bad logic, though.
No, it's not.
We know
No,
that
it's not.
But no one ever looked at Humpty Hump like he could rap.
Bro.
Ta-da!
Man, bro. He once got busy in a Burger King bathroom.
That's a false equivalence.
I went up to that for all day long.
That's a false equivalence. But realistically speaking, like your favorite rapper knows not to play with that guy when they get in the studio with him. I promise you that.
No, my problem with the Game, dog. No, dead serious. Like he's a good rapper.
Listen, people on social media,
the game is the only artist that lies as much as LeBron James does.
Yeah, they're both liars. That's it.
Like, dude is a liar's liar. Like, I don't believe nothing he says.
And I came in the room and they was doing that.
I was at the Tupac. And I was at the How Do You Want It video shoot. And I was in the back. If you look in the very back, you'll see the red flag that's poking out of his little kid's pocket.
I think he's I think unfortunately he's a victim of the lifestyle that he grew up in and the people around him that may have convinced him to actually be a liar, to be honest with you.
Yeah, dude's a liar.
And I think that
like 100?
Huh?
Like Wack 100.
Yeah, Wack is
But no, what Wack does is very specific. What you don't realize what Wack is doing is Wack is lying because you guys keep paying attention to him. Yep. He's doing what he sometimes
the Game does the same thing.
Listen, sometimes what I suspect he's doing is he calls some of these artists and hey, I'm about to get on the junk and I'm about to say something crazy, but don't worry about it. We're gonna make bukus of money. And then everybody tunes in to listen, and before you know it, he's 10 years in of doing this and you're still paying attention.
Yeah.
But I don't even
know he knows that you won't hold him accountable, so he can do that as a marketing scheme. And if you've seen, he's just grown his brand to the point where he shows up in a KPD trial.
They're not even nowhere near the same time frame.
Now I want y'all to notice that this entire time we've been talking, we've talked about everything about Game except for him rapping.
Game can rap.
I've talked about him rapping.
Hey,
I've talked about him rapping.
300 bars and running.
Olivia was fire.
Dexter, I haven't listened to a bar. I haven't listened to a game bar. Okay, I'll tell you the last time I heard game rap. Last time I heard game rap, he had that song with Drake, 100.
LA Leakers.
That was the last time I heard the game rap.
100 Jones was fire with Drake.
Go listen to his last album. Go listen to his last album.
Was that Red or was that Jesus Piece?
No, it was Drillmatic.
I didn't hear it.
Go look at the list of artists on Drillmatic. Just go look at the amount of artists that he was able to get on there. And one thing he said, which is obviously true, is he doesn't pay for features. Because if he had paid for features, he would not been able to put that album on. Just go look at the list. The list is crazy.
Future was on the same beat that Easy Doesn't Jump with Easy. That was the same beat they stole from Game.
You talking about? Well, they didn't steal that beat. It's someone just flipped the same sample.
That's it.
It's a different producer. Kanye produced Easy, and then someone else flipped the same sample.
And put Future on this shit. We put Travis Scott and Kendrick on the shit.
Yeah, but that's common in hip hop. I can point to so many albums where they have the similar samples. Rick Ross has a sample that a lot of other artists have used, and he likes using that same sample.
I know Nas.
Meek Mill has rapped on the same beat twice, and people don't even realize it. But it's just the samples flipped a little bit different.
Yo, the Game's Drillmatic album sold 25,000 copies.
That's not true. It's not true.
He said
it's not true.
I just looked it up.
It's not true. It's not true. It's not true. It's not true. It's more like 300 to 400,000 at this point. It's been a while. You're talking almost 3 years ago.
Well, that might have been.
And also,
first week 25,000.
Hold on. And also, the Easy single that they put out is platinum.
Yeah. Easy.
It's platinum. Him and Kanye single is platinum as an independent artist.
Yeah, you a Game fan for real.
Bro,
I'm a hip hop fan. No. I'm a hip hop fan. I'm a hip hop fan. I'm a hip hop fan. The only reason I know that, listen, I'm gonna tell you why. The only reason I know that Game album sold so much because the girl that's suing him, she got access to how much money they made, and she saw millions of dollars in transfers from WAC 100 to Game, and she kept up with the money that they made off the albums, and it's in a lawsuit. So that's why I knew it was more like 300,000 because she said that WAC 100 gave him like $3.5 million in the lawsuit.
I think people just.
So that's the only reason I know. That's the only reason I know. I read the lawsuit. She tracked the money because if you look at who actually put that out the album out, WAC 100 is one of the distributors. So she tracked the money that he owed Game in the lawsuit.
Yo, this was the 58th. This was the 58th. 58th, the top 58 album in Switzerland.
Huh? It charted in Switzerland?
Top 58
with a bullet. It charted in Switzerland?
58 with a bullet.
I'm a Game fan. I feel a Game period. I'm gonna say.
But listen, you have to understand.
Number 162 in Belgium.
You have to also understand, legacy artists never sell a lot of copies when they're 10, 11 albums in. Very few do. But you have to look bigger than that. You look at the name the artist on the album, and then we're talking. Think about how he got them on the album.
Independently.
He has a name, bro. He has a name.
But not only that, but listen, those are what keep these guys going in their catalog because you're never going to sell the most when you're 20 years in. You're not hot anymore. He's 40-some years old. The average 16-year-old kid is not looking for that person.
You still rapping.
That ain't bad.
I can promise you LL Cool J did more than 25,000 his first week.
Maybe.
Okay, let's check it out.
Maybe. Look it up. That was a good album, though. That was a really good album.
Cool.
That was fire, though.
It was. It was a good album. It was way better than I expected it to be.
I liked it.
I would never hear that album.
That was
that was the most I respected LL since he was God.
Yeah,
I don't think
it sold 11,000 album units. What are we talking about?
I don't think y'all understand. Like
it sold 11,000 units.
Where'd you see
Billboard
that
says.
Where'd you see that at?
It's on Billboard. Look it up.
Where'd you see that at?
Let me see. It's an article from September 18th, 2024. If you just type in LL Cool J album sales in Google, it's the top article.
Is that the force?
Yeah.
I have 16,000 here in mine.
Okay, so you said that so Game outsold LL Cool J. Think about that.
According to you, that makes complete sense.
But I'm just saying you can't look at album sales for legacy artists this deep in their career. They're not going to sell. Very few artists like Eminem. Hold on. Well, it's more complicated how they make their money now. It's not about the actual unit sales for these guys, especially when you're a legacy artist who's 20-some years in.
Robbing niggas, for sure.
Let me see who the wait. Let me find out who the.
If you just look at record sales, you would think 50 Cent was a good rapper.
Yo, let me find out who the features are on this album, The Force.
They're broke.
All right, on The Force.
Go off streams nowadays.
Yo, Michael Jackson is on this album.
Nas is on that album.
What you? Hey, the game had Janet Jackson.
Hold on.
LL had Michael Jackson.
Hold on.
He beat your artist.
I'm gonna run through the artists on the game album really quick. Okay, you ready?
Upsmanship.
Are you ready?
I just know Prince outlived.
Okay.
Just know I'm gonna one up everybody you put on there. I'm gonna one up everybody you say. I just want you to know.
Good luck with that.
You go, then I'm gonna go. You go, then I'm gonna go.
All right. You ready?
All right, here we go.
Ice-T, Kanye West,
Snoop Dogg, Saweetie.
Do you want to go first?
Buster, no, we're going back and forth.
Back and forth. I got a lot to go through. We can just go.
I got a lot to go through too. So you do yours and I do mine. He has 31 songs.
YG,
Eminem,
Ty Dolla $ign,
Nas,
Roddy Ricch, Jeremiah,
Saweetie,
Pusha T,
Busta Rhymes,
2 Chainz,
Fat Joe,
Lil Wayne,
Rick Ross,
G Herbo,
Snoop Dogg,
Kanye West again,
Michael Jackson,
Twista and Jeremiah
Herbie
again,
Hancock,
French Montana and Tory Lanez,
Marshall Mathers III.
Cameron.
Oh.
Hold on.
I don't know.
William Roberts,
There's a lot of whack going on over there.
William Roberts III.
Nipsey Hussle.
All I hear is a lot of whack going on over there.
Whack juice.
Maurice White.
Chris Brown.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Hold on, I gotta find another one. Hold on.
He said that when he said Maurice White.
Yeah, hold on.
But,
yeah, because he doubling up on him. I think I was winning.
I mean, I'm naming some because they're on the same song.
Muddy Waters too. Muddy Waters too.
Meek Mill, Moneybagg Yo, Chloe,
You still naming a bunch of whack stuff though.
But wait.
Big
That
Sean.
album has 50 songs on it.
That was like 2 good rappers that you named.
A$AP Rocky,
No, y'all won against
Blast.
I won.
Twista's not a good rapper. Twista's not a good rapper. That's one great rapper right there.
All right, so wait, you pick your top 3. No, Ryan, do your top 3. I'm gonna do my top 3 for
Off
LL.
the album?
Yes, off the album. Do your top 3. Top 3 features. Go.
You named like 36 rappers and it was 4 good ones.
Name your top 3, because my top 3 are gonna beat your top 3.
That was an SEC analogy, right, Mike?
My top 3?
Top 3 features on that album. I'm gonna do my top 3.
I'm biased, so I'm biased a little bit, but I'll say Pusha T, Lil Wayne, Kanye West.
All right, I got Nas, Eminem, and Busta Rhymes. I win.
But to my point, though. The guy has a lot of pull, obviously. The guy has an extreme amount of pull because think about the amount of artists I said on one album.
That's a lot of artists.
Independent though.
Roddy Ricch.
That's 31 songs.
No backing, no help though.
No, that's
A$AP Rocky.
Yeah. I mean,
like nobody's backing him and pulling that off. That's you gotta respect that.
No more. He need all them rappers.
How?
He can't carry songs no more. He need all those people to split up.
I mean, he just does it because he can. Like it's on purpose. Like you imagine, like you're a rapper, you'd want to collab with all your favorite artists. So at this point, the label would never allow that. But when you're independent, you can do what you want.
Yeah, I would love to do that on a mixtape. I don't know if I would want to do that.
You would never put that amount of those caliber artists all in one mixtape. You would never.
No, I know.
The reason why is because of money.
No, DJ Drama did that. He had a whole bunch of people, but I mean that's.
But he sold those as commercial albums that were promoted as mixtapes, but they were actually commercial albums.
But he went to
jail for that. Remember?
Yeah, because he got a RICO case.
Yeah, he said he beat the case, but I mean it is what it is.
Nah.
He did beat the case. He did beat the case.
Yeah.
The reason he beat the case is because the case is weak. They couldn't. First of all, and it wasn't in the record industry's interest. So the record industry said, "Oh shit, we don't want the FCC to go after this guy because we forgot that that's how we've been making our money." How did Lil Wayne get hot? He didn't get hot because of the label. He put out mixtapes.
I want to know how many albums did the game sell of this album?
On this album?
I can't find an official number.
It's somewhere. Well, I'm basing it off of the lawsuit because Whack 100 is one of the people who distribute this album, and the girl that the game owns a lot of money
already established is a liar.
Who? The game?
No,
Whack 100.
Oh, I'm going off the lawsuit. They tracked the money that he transferred to the game for these albums. It was in the millions.
I mean, he just might have money to give away or something.
No. He's not just giving that man no money. He's giving the man what he owed him.
How many albums sold worldwide?
And if you look at what his entire catalog is sold, he's sold well over 20 million records.
No, and I believe that. I'm talking about
that's the first one. The documentary sold 5 months
But
ago.
look, look, even LL Cool J only sold 11,000 units.
Come on, fam. Y'all wilding, though. The game
16,
is different.
thank you. 16.
The game is different.
He's LL Cool J. He can't even crack 100,000.
The first
Eminem sold like 300,000 his first week.
Eminem is Eminem.
Who?
Exactly. Not legacy artists when they get towards the end of their career when they're 10. This is like Games. That was Games. Let me see. It's album number
12.
10.
Oh, no, not 12.
It's like 10.
It's album number 10.
Yeah. It's like 10.
Even at this point, that album came out. He's in the industry now 20 years. It came out 2022.
Doctor's Advocate. You got
LAX.
Jesus
Jesus
Peace. Documentary 2.
Chromatic.
Documentary 2. Yeah.
Which is a double album.
Facts. After that,
Wasn't there a documentary 2?
Y'all lost me.
Yes.
So
documentary 3 is on the way apparently.
The game's in your top 5, Ryan?
Top 5? As far as lyricists, hell yeah, but it's not me just saying that.
What?
It's not me. Even 50 Cent was like, "Hey, I'm a better songwriter than Game, right? But he's a better rapper."
But is he though?
But 50 Cent is not a great rapper.
Nah, I'm cool.
50, listen to what I just said. He said, "I'm a better songwriter," right? 50 Cent sold 30, 40 million units, more than that. But what he was explaining was, I'm nowhere near as good as a rapper as the Game.
Right.
50 is also not as good of a rapper
despite the
as
fact
most
that
rappers.
the Game has not sold as many albums as 50 Cent, even 50 Cent knows that when you look at the craft of hip hop, the guy Game is that guy.
Just stop Game. He got mad at Game because Game wasn't Young Buck. Game wasn't a soldier. He wasn't.
He didn't want to. He didn't want to be his.
He wasn't fucking Lloyd Banks. Them niggas are soldiers. Them niggas stand in line and wait and say, "Oh, I'll put you in position." Nah, I'm a general, nigga. I don't want to. You ain't gotta hold my hand, nigga.
Is Game a better rapper than Lloyd Banks?
Hell yeah.
Better than Lloyd, but Lloyd Banks is trash, dog.
Is it?
Listen. Put it this way.
Game is not a better rapper than Lloyd Banks.
Not there at all.
Game is not a better rapper
I
than
give Lloyd Banks his pride.
Yes,
He's very technical.
Yes,
He's up there.
Game is
but
better
Game
than most
edges
niggas
Lloyd
of all
Banks.
time,
He edges Lloyd Banks.
Easy.
No.
Lloyd Banks don't put out music no more, dog.
He does now.
does the
He does
Game.
now. Recently.
He got one like a couple years ago.
He's put out like 5 projects in the last 3 years.
As far as albums, though.
They are albums. He considers them as albums.
He got like 5 Halloween Havocs.
Yeah, he just put out a new album.
Those are
Lloyd's a
mixed.
family man now.
Those are
He's
mixed.
got a series of
Lloyd
albums.
Banks
You remember when
is not
Nas
better
has a
than
new
Game.
series of albums? Lloyd Banks just put out 3 albums back to back as a
And
series.
none of that shit is better than Game shit.
Best versus best. If you're just talking bars, best versus best, Lloyd is a better rapper than the Game.
Shit, I'm good.
I
And
think
he's
it's
gonna do
close.
it. And he's gonna do it without telling you about who all
Bad
his
Apple
friends
is
are.
ass, my nigga.
I think it's
None of that shit is
close.
good.
I think it's close.
None of that shit is good. None of it.
And another thing that Lloyd can't do is
None of it.
he can't adopt people's styles the way Game can. If you've ever listened to
I guess
the Game can mimic a lot of these rapper styles that other people can't do because he'll tell you this. He's a chameleon. He doesn't really have a style if you think about it.
That shit ass, bro.
Huh?
His last album came out in 2023.
Who's Lloyd?
Lloyd Banks.
Not good.
And
None of
Game's
that
last album came out in 2022.
Y'all being kind.
he has an album on the way.
Dog. They're not selling shit out here. Lloyd Banks cannot rap at all.
Because you know, I don't equate.
You have to understand though.
Great
You
rapper.
have to understand.
I don't
Sales
equate those
is
I agree.
relative. Sales is relative
It is
when you're an
though.
artist that is at this age.
Because
These
like I
guys
said,
are always going to sell more when they're
better
younger.
than a lot of these dudes.
I'm saying sales and impact. Nobody
sales are irrelevant for these guys at this point in their age.
Nobody.
Lloyd Banks, when he was at his hottest, still never sold more records than The Game. The Game's first album sold 5 million copies.
I don't think that record sales.
They don't compare.
That's why record sales aren't not really relevant fully to the conversation.
I want to hear the music for real. When I hear
Soulja Boy outsold Nas.
I hear Contrive, G-Unit.
Soulja Boy outsold Nas. Think about that.
Soulja Boy outsold Nas. So like, I don't do a whole lot. Like, I was using the sales things as a joke. That was just a funny thing.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, we know. Yeah.
But I'm just talking straight up bars. Like, no, like
Lloyd Banks is a top rapper.
Game is
don't
cool.
get it fucked up.
Game is cool. He's not awful. I'm not saying.
Niggas want to bring this up right now, really.
Lloyd Banks is a top rapper.
Yeah,
like if you're like a hip hop purist, yes.
Really?
Nas can rap.
Yeah.
Nas
These
can
guys are
rap.
deep lyricists. But listen, you can't pull up a song where Lloyd Banks and Game on the same song and Lloyd Banks out rap Game. Think about that.
The original right here, nigga.
Wow.
I'll tell you one thing.
Original.
Nas was on the LL album. He wasn't on the Game album.
Nigga, this shit original right here, nigga. Queensbridge, nigga.
Hold on, you went to Queens by that shirt?
Nigga, for Queensbridge, nigga.
You went to Queens.
Also,
you see what this shit is?
To your guys' point about how Future.
What?
To your guys' point about how Future is the best of what he does. Yeah. Rick Ross is the most opulent rapper, and when it comes to luxury rap, nobody has the vibe and the beats that make you feel like, damn, I wish I had $2 billion. He is good at opulent rap. Go back and listen to his music.
But that's actually a great intro into this conversation.
His whole name.
So Rick Ross is the Rick Ross is the Michael Jordan of games.
He's a fraud.
Rick Ross
is the Michael Jordan of games.
Are you talking about his music, or are you talking about his personality?
Because the Game tries to do that opulent stuff
I'm
too.
just saying the music though.
He don't do it like Rick Ross.
What example do you have a Game trying to be opulent rapper? He's more of a street rapper.
But Game would try to tell you about all the stuff that he got to. He tried to get in that bag. You know he does.
I mean, he's rich like them. Yeah, he got money.
But Rick Ross does it better.
I would agree. Rick Ross is a better opulent rapper.
All right,
by lying?
No, he
doesn't in a much different way. He's not like he's not a guy that gets on here and be like
I'm a CEO and
$5 million, I just left the crib.
I was a CEO.
It's more sophisticated than that. It's not as direct.
I was a CEO and I'm a drug dealer. And I saw a nigga name I never thought would get out of jail.
But one of the guys from Zopound just came home from 30 years, right? And he said that Booby, who's a kingpin, told Rick Ross, you need to be a CEO because he needs you to bring stuff into jail. So that's why he's a CEO, apparently.
Niggas will lie about anything to give him some money.
No, a lot of CEOs are dirty like that, for real.
It's a lie about that.
He was a corrupt CEO.
A lot of CEOs are dirty. My brother was in jail for a very long time. That's the thing he told me.
He's a nice guy with a naked face.
He's a nice guy?
He's a nice guy with a naked face. He was a good guy, for sure.
He's not a nice guy. He's not a nice guy.
Fam, I remember.
Do you remember that he almost went to prison for pistol whipping somebody because he came home and the guy threw a party?
The bodyguard did. The bodyguard.
No, not his. Who went to jail? Him or his bodyguard? Both of them went to jail.
What is going on with Cups?
They both went to jail.
I know, right?
That's not a nice guy.
He's a nice guy.
Cups, what is going on with your device, bro?
He's nice. He's a nice guy.
He's not a nice guy.
He's soft. He's not doing shit.
If he was soft, he wouldn't be alive right now. Because you have to understand something.
That's not something.
The type of people that he's hanging around, the amount of situations he's been in. This is a guy. You gotta remember. This is a guy who got shot at in his bulletproof Rolls Royce, and you know what he did the next day? He got in the studio and taunted the shooters. Does that sound like a nice guy to you?
Yeah,
I don't know, man. Well, I don't factor
that into my music. When any of you taunt your shooters the next day, you just got shot in your Rolls Royce?
Run with the police.
I don't never get shot in my Rolls
What you
Royce.
saying?
He run with the police. What does that even mean?
He went with the police.
What does that mean?
That nigga stole somebody else's name and said, "Yeah, I'm a drug dealer like Rick Ross," and I'm not. My name ain't Rick Ross at all.
Most rappers got names like that. Capone and
50 Cent stole his name. Nobody's gonna say that to his face.
Cisco's name isn't really Cisco, guys.
50 Cent stole his name from a famous guy in his neighborhood.
True from Brooklyn. That is true.
That's the
There's
point.
documentaries about it.
And 50 Cent is what? A known rat for sure.
On who?
Ja Rule's
Irv
real name
Gotti.
isn't Ja Rule either, guys.
On Preem.
Irv Gotti on Preem.
Where? Where's it? Where in any paperwork? It is be public record. There's no such
Hold on
thing
now,
as
you can
sneaking.
snitch.
There's no such
Oh.
thing as secret
Oh.
snitching in the United States.
It
You
is
have a
very
right
true.
to know your accuser. So
Hey.
who did he snitch on? I've never
Hey.
heard Preem come
Right.
out and say, "Yeah, 50's told
Right.
on me."
Let me
Hey,
tell you
y'all.
some shit. When you
Ja
go-
Rule's real name
look,
is not
I've been
Ja
locked
Rule.
up before.
I know.
When you go out to the station,
Huh?
you can literally tell niggas anything you want to tell niggas.
Hold
And
on, I've been
if-
locked up too, and probably for
if
more
you-
serious crimes
if
than
you-
you.
If you've
Oh,
been locked up before, you know, you can just say, you know
I've been
what?
locked up for malicious wounding twice.
I'm just telling you, if you've been locked up before, you can know. Say, you know what? You can just tell niggas, yeah, I did X, Y, and Z with somebody else.
Bro, I just got out of jail for malicious wounding back in October and beat it.
Why are you doing that?
I mean, I wasn't in the wrong. That's why I beat it. I just was wrongfully charged, but I knew that.
For mooning?
Malicious wounding. It's a class 3 felony.
Oh, dude said. I thought you said
That's
he
a whole
got
new
charged
definition of showing your ass.
No,
with malicious mooning. Like what is
no, that's a
this?
whole new charge. No, malicious
you don't
wounding.
want to snitch. You only are valid as a snitch if you're on the same case as somebody. That's it.
Listen,
Yo,
Snitch is
listen,
only
I don't-
there
on the
I don't
same
factor
has
any
been
of this into my
rumors
life.
are not proof
as a
though.
co-defendant, and I tell on you on paperwork. No, I can go on. You know what? I want to.
And I want to say, I'm not a street guy, so I don't play street politics. So I
I'm
don't
not
care
either.
if who's snitching on who or not. I'm not a street guy.
All I
I'm
know
street
is
adjacent.
he stole another nigga name.
Shit, Mike
That
said
nigga had
He
life in
said
jail.
stolen our
Mike
nigga's
said he
name.
heard Ghetto Quran.
Huh? He
Mike
wrote Ghetto
said he heard
Quran.
Ghetto Quran.
Heard Ghetto Quran.
Bro, I'm cool. I'm not.
He
with
was
Yeah.
that.
talking up in that song.
I'm not a 50 fan. I'm not a 50 fan. I can't.
No, I'm not a big
Favorite
50
Ross
fan
at all.
I
He's a
can't.
fraud, for sure.
Yeah,
I'm like
I'm not
before
a
the
50
G
fan.
Unit stuff. You know,
I'm
the
gonna
mixtape.
watching that nigga like, yo, you a fraud, my nigga. You wild. You took a whole
I
million
was never a
nigga.
50
Like
guy.
Power $1.50.
50 was
Power
with the
dollar
cops.
50, yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
not game already exposed 50 for being with the cops? Like this is what they do.
Come
But
on,
I
but
don't-
you know that that's just a
I'm-
tactic that they use as rappers, though, right?
I don't factor any of this into my music listening, y'all.
I don't either.
I factor none of this.
Fake.
I've
All
never
the
turned on
rapping, look, all
Dog.
the rapping shit is fake. I told y'all this shit before.
Dog,
Dog.
I've never once
I mean, it's
turned on
entertainment.
an album.
It's entertainment. You wouldn't
All
pay
that
attention if they didn't
All that
stress
shit
the
fake.
truth, or they
I'm
didn't come
good.
up with elaborate ways to be like,
Dog.
yeah, that nigga's a bitch, that nigga's a rat.
Shizzle.
Dog, I've never turned on an
Reagan
album once in
didn't
my
accept
life
the
and then
scam
pulled up
label.
somebody's rap sheet.
Huh?
I'm good.
I said I've never turned on an album before in my life and then looked up somebody's rap
Look.
sheet to see if they really
Hold on.
like caught charges for the stuff that they were rapping about.
And hopefully,
I don't care.
when they sign the contract, they leave the streets alone because that would be
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah. No, I need my rappers to be able to rap and be able
Yo,
to make into.
I
be able
just
to-
need
Well,
Malice to come back.
that's the problem with this new generation of rappers. Instead of like
I
the
just
shooter
put it
being
on
standing next to the rapper, the shooter now wants to be the rapper, and that doesn't ever work.
Bobby Brown, the
Nigga,
shooter.
you're supposed to be the shooter. You're not supposed to be the rapper.
I
And that's
Whoa,
why
whoa,
every
whoa,
last
whoa.
one of these rappers in this generation is dead or in jail.
No,
That's
you
what
just
I'm
you
around,
just nailed
nigga.
it.
Cool.
No, Ryan, you just nailed it. And this is a point that like it's a very serious point, right? And I was just talking. I forgot who I was talking. I think it was my son or somebody I was talking to about this. But like it used to be that the rappers were the dudes that lived in the neighborhood that could tell
Thank
the
you.
story really
That's
well
right.
of what was happening in the streets.
Yeah, they witnessed it from their folks' pad and you know,
Dribbled it in
their
notepad,
Yeah,
created their life, right? But then what happened is the street dudes started seeing, because remember, the rap dudes was getting put on by the street dudes. The street dudes was the ones with the money. The rappers didn't have the money. But then
Not
the
at
street
all.
dudes started seeing that the rappers were actually starting to make money. And like, well, now we want to be the dudes that's making the money. So the
Right.
street dudes are now becoming the dudes that's the rappers. And they're not as good rappers, but they get to live off of the street persona.
Fact.
is that Lil Durk?
And that's what really caused a problem. So now the art is diminishing, going down because like people talk about Kendrick. Kendrick's not a street dude,
Not
right?
even
Right.
close.
But dude can rap his face off, and that's all I care about.
Well, I don't know nobody
It's
want to listen
all
to
I care
Crooked
about.
Eye.
I
So?
don't know. I will not listen to. I will never hear anything that Crooked Eye raps about that was not on a Slaughterhouse album.
I like Crooked Eye. But I'm
Crooked
not.
like
Eye
Crooked
one
Eye.
of the best spitters in the game, man.
I like Crooked Eye on
All right,
Slaughterhouse
you
albums.
right. You fire.
He
Well,
fits
I didn't
really
like
well in
none of
that
those
group.
Slaughterhouse records. I think that they were
Really?
very corny.
I love Slaughterhouse.
I think the
I
singles
first
that they
album.
chose were
I love
corny.
all 4 rappers in Slaughterhouse, but I didn't like Slaughterhouse.
I love the first album, Slaughterhouse. I love that first album.
I like the first 3 songs. That's about it.
Because what was happening is they was
Royce
trying
the 5'9" is an extremely good rapper, but he doesn't get the.
But what
he can go
happened was,
toe to toe with
He was starting
Eminem.
to
We've
get
seen
credit
it.
until
But
Lupe pulled the skirt up.
But Joe talks about the fact that like the problem is you got 4 dudes that are really good at rapping, and you're trying to get them to make songs together. Like, no, let us rap. Like, let us go at it. Let us go bar for bar.
The label wants to make money, and rap doesn't sell.
Like, nah, we want to rap, dog.
Lupe Fiasco explained it perfectly. Dumb it down.
I love Lupe.
When you dumb
That's
it down,
another
it
one.
becomes more accessible to people who don't have critical thinking skills.
I used to want to rap like Common Sense.
But I sold 5 mil, and I rhyme like Common Sense.
Hey, Kendrick is a perfect example of this. People hate some of his more intricate albums, but they love that damn album. Because the damn album, you can actually rap to it. You can actually recite it.
Mike don't like nothing Kendrick related.
No, he actually does.
Bro,
no, Mike actually does. Mike,
You mind stopping your seat? Your shit now. Hold on now.
You know what you
say?
said.
What'd you say, Cups?
You said how that man
Nobody
gonna be
ever
a great
hopped in the whip
rapper
and
in a
was
size
like,
7
bro,
man shoe.
You gotta play that new Kendrick, bro.
Oh, I do. Oh, I do.
Bro, nobody's claiming Kendrick on the Ox, bro.
I do, for sure.
Ray John told me he was going to drive to San Antonio and beat me up for talking bad about Kendrick.
It wasn't for talking bad about Kendrick. I forgot what it was, but I was
That's
going
what it
to.
was.
It was. What did you say?
I said something along the lines of like,
You said
is
something.
it just me or is Kendrick a little overrated? And you was like,
Oh,
I was to San
there we
Antonio
go.
right now.
That's it. That's the one. That's the one. But you know, I
If
always
anything,
say
Future's overrated.
that part. What I say is like,
Hey, yo.
what I'll say is like, anybody can be overrated depending on how you rate them, right? If you say like Kendrick Lamar doesn't have any bad music, like that, okay, now you're doing a bit much. I can't do that with you. But when people say stuff like Cups just said, oh, nobody's getting in the car and saying put on that Kendrick. Okay, if nobody's saying put on that Kendrick, how does he have the longest running album in hip hop history?
I still
in
don't
Billboard
even
Top
know what
200?
that means.
It means that his album has never come off of the top 200.
No, I'm talking about the whole like, oh, I can't play that in my car or like
That's crazy.
I don't even
You
know what
can't-
that means.
You can't listen to
Like you either like the music or you
Squabble
don't.
Up in your car.
I don't know what it means.
Hey.
Good Kid, Mad City. That album runs.
Oh snap!
And he got it on vinyl.
Who album you got?
This man went and put on a.
That's Good Kid, Mad City.
Who album you got?
To Pimp a Butterfly.
Who that belong to?
Me.
He just
Man,
OVO
niggas
Mike.
do
So
this
he-
shit.
No,
I
you told me
Hey, man, who you
wasn't
borrowed that
rocking
from, man?
nobody in a size 7 men's shoe.
agree. Against Drake.
What was the last? What was the last one? What was the last one?
Oh no, the last one's Nas.
Oh, no, I swear, word. No, so like the thing I know with Mike, right? The thing I know with Dallas Mike is Dallas Mike. He got all the sense in the world, but once he picks a side,
That's
he
it.
don't care. He don't
I
care.
don't care about none of that other shit. Thank
He
you,
don't
Rand.
care if he like you or
Thank
not.
you. Thank you.
Like, that's why I pick and choose my battles with you. 'Cause I'm like, Mike don't believe the stuff that he's saying right now. He just being petty, and I know what time it is. Yeah, no, like
I'm
yeah.
taking the side and saying, you know what, I'm choosing this side. I'm gonna go with. That's it.
No, Mike
But
said
I have
Kendrick
a
wasn't.
clear understanding of both sides, really.
Yeah,
I
he
understand
raps, though.
Kendrick Lamar. I love Kendrick Lamar from day one. From
Yeah.
You
Black
told me
Hippie,
Kendrick wasn't
from
West Coast
J
enough
Rock,
for you.
from Absol, from I got
Yeah.
fucking
You said Kendrick wasn't West Coast enough for you.
Black Hippie.
yeah, but back then he changed.
Okay.
After the damn album is when he changed. He started doing this whole little like he was doing interviews with Big Boy.
Anything.
He was doing a whole lot of shit.
But
now
no,
it's
I like.
become-
But no. I like that. I like that. Dallas
Pride
Mike.
is coming very like I'm the prize type nigga. Like
No, you know what's contrived? You know what's contrived? Just being honest. It's what I hate about hip hop right now.
Uh-oh.
Hip hop is about everything but rapping.
Agreed.
Like
It's not.
people will talk about hip hop, they'll talk about their favorite artists, and they'll say everything but he is a good rapper. Like I love these songs from him. This is my favorite bars from him.
And I feel like
yo, you gotta hear this verse from
that
him.
we've
They're like,
heard-
oh no. He's been with this girl here,
Again,
and his IG live be lit. Like I
I'm
don't care.
I like off Kendrick's last album. Here we go.
From GNX,
Let's talk about it.
I love every song of GNX.
like
I love
every
every song of GNX. I love every song of GNX.
Not every song.
No, Whacked Out Murals is probably like my favorite song in the whole world right now.
I love every song for a different reason. It's like my kids.
I like. Hold on.
07 Gucci.
Is that
I
Mr.
never
B?
heard a Gucci Mane song in my life.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Go ahead.
That's why my favorite jump part is Squabble Up for Shizzle.
Squabble Up is dope. Man in the Garden is fire.
I like that.
Reincarnated is dope.
No, I don't like Reincarnated. No, I'm cool.
My least favorite song on that album is probably.
You got like Pac, nigga. You're not Pac, nigga. Stop doing
Oh, Reincarnated. No, he smoked that though. The way he did the way he did it was he smoked it. My least favorite song, even though like I like all the songs, if I was to say I had a least favorite, probably GNX.
Yeah, that's my.
Yeah, I don't like this either. I'm cool.
But like everything else, but I turned the album on. I just listen to the album straight through. Like my wife can rap the album word for word now.
Oh, okay, word.
Yeah,
like
you've done that with OVO for a while.
Turn this TV on.
Dog, that album runs, bro.
To me, it's like, look, but even Drake last couple junk won't even really like that one. Like all for the dogs and shit, all that shit. That shit was ass. The shit was 21.
I don't think I liked anything Drake did since Take Care.
Bro, I don't like nothing Drake did since Scorpion, dog. That shit.
Oh, actually, I did like Scorpion. I don't
like.
I like Scorpion.
That shit he putting out, man. That shit bad.
I didn't like. I think once we got to Views, once we got Island Drake. Once we got to Island Drake, I was out. When he started like breaking out new accents, when he got
I like the melodies. I don't like Drake when he act tough.
British drill rapper Drake.
I don't want to hear that.
I was all the way good on that,
I don't
bro.
want to hear that shit.
I'm cheese fam.
But
I was cool on all of that. I was good on all of that.
I think Drake loves the money at this point more than he actually loves rapping.
Yeah, for sure.
Bro,
because we know that he has a significant gambling problem. So I think at this point in his life, he's just like, I'm just gonna be this pop star that is a rapper.
Yeah, he don't.
And that's why he does the R&B thing kind of too. So that's really what that's about. It's like he's just I'm gonna make the broadest songs I can make so I can run the bag up because you know, and one of the reasons I think that he also does that is the amount of contracts he's in. He may have not had a choice if he wanted to see any real money.
Right.
So
and even look at his new tour. He's in Australia, bro. You're like, oh, I'm gonna go on the tour.
It
in Australia,
bro. You making that up?
Bro, it's not hate, bro. It's not hate because I loved Drake. I'm gonna tell you, like when Drake first came out, I was a Drake fan. So Far Gone Drake. I listened to So Far Gone so many times.
I'm gonna show y'all some shit y'all probably ain't seen in years, nigga.
Doug.
Hey, bro, I listened to Charged Up last night.
I would never listen to
Charged
Up. Go ahead. Why are you just breaking out different toys? This is wild.
Ryan, stop the cap.
Another thing that
I heard that. The Urkel doll. Earl Urkel doll.
Oh.
Yeah. That's crazy you got an Urkel doll, bro.
Bruh.
And why does your Urkel doll have glasses?
Jaleel.
Bruh. The glasses are gone. It's my childhood. I'm a low-key holder.
I was at a wedding on New Year's Eve. My cousin got married. And I think it was the first time I went out and like heard music and didn't hear one Drake song the whole night.
Yeah, that shit is bad. Drake is out here. He down.
I didn't hear one Drake song the whole night. Like that's never happened.
He gotta get his shit together. Like he got the hair and
shit.
He'll be all right.
He'll be okay.
I think he'll be.
Nobody's playing Passion Fruit at the party, fam.
Yeah, that's my shit.
He'll be back.
I hate Passion Fruit so much.
The reason he'll be fine is too many people have too much money in him.
I think he should go get with 2 Chainz. Personally,
Mike, when we gonna get Game 2? That man said he was ready.
Game 2 of what?
That's what he said. The Game 2 of Kendrick, I guess.
I thought so. I mean, he did some one time.
He said.
He
Kendrick
was in the saw that video where he reading the fan letter.
Yeah, he didn't even know what he was saying. Like he was in the crib. He never watched no blood shit. I'm like, bro.
Did y'all see the video where he was reading the fan letter? And he's all
Nobody
like,
including you in this shit.
Drake,
brother.
I'm always gonna ride for you and
Yeah, I'm like, bro, what is he talking about?
Dog, that to me is
It's not
that
good.
to me is.
And I love game, bro. Niggas know from day one. I'm game in high school all day long, but
Yeah.
damn, you gotta stop, brother. Like,
Yeah.
when it's not your moment, you gotta not be in, trying to be in the mix. That shit looks stupid.
Yeah. Nah, but I don't know, man. I think this lawsuit's gonna hurt Drake more than anything else has.
Yeah, definitely.
It could.
It's probably going to end up settled at the end of the day because it's too much money in the line.
No, it might. But what's going to happen is you just sued the biggest worldwide distributor.
100.
They have the ability. They can pay you. Say you win a settlement. Cool. We'll give you $30-40 million. Here you go. Now you will never release anything ever again.
Not true.
But I don't think that they ultimately want to. I don't think that they ultimately want to do that because the amount of money that they've made off of Drake, I don't think they want to turn the faucet off. I think what he's really going to do with them is they're going to come like, listen, we want to piece things up. We're going to get things going forward because there's a lot of money that they have into him.
They're gonna lose, bro. They're gonna lose in the end.
You ever seen? So watch on HBO. They have a documentary on Stax Records, right? So and so if you don't know, Stax Records was this very influential record label that had Isaac Hayes, had Sam and Dave, had many influential artists in the late '60s. Muddy Waters, Sam Cooke, were all on Stax Records.
Etta James.
Not Sam Cooke. My other guy. Try a Little Tenderness. Died in a plane crash. Otis Redding. Right. So so there's a black guy. So the record label was started by a white guy, right? The white guy and his mom opened this record label. They ran the record label, and then they made enough money. They're like, okay, we don't want to really do this no more. We want to pass it off. There's a black dude that worked for the record label. They sold the record label to the black dude. Black dude owns the record label. Record label doing very, very well. CBS decides we want to buy this record label from this guy, and we want to take the artist and do these great things with it. What a black guy, because then the CEO of CBS Records was Clive Davis. Clive Davis and the guy are working together. Okay, cool. We got this sale that's about to happen. They make the sale, and everything's going really well. Well, then Clive Davis gets in trouble and gets ousted from the position. Him and somebody else gets ousted from the position, and then the corporate honchos take over CBS. The first thing they decide is we want to reevaluate the contract that we had with Stax Records. Stax Records says we're not going to reevaluate. So they said, well, we're going to buy you out. Stax Records says no, we're not going to let you buy us out. The black guy who was the CEO, he starts telling this story. He says, when I was a kid, I was friends with this guy who was a Jewish lawyer. And the guy taught me this. He said, people will try to buy from you to own what you got. And if they can't buy it from you, they're going to destroy you and take it from you.
Facts.
And that's exactly what happened to Stax Records. They actually ended up getting the black, it was a whole confluence of things. They ended up getting the black guy accused of doing some nefarious stuff with a bank. They took everything from the record label to the point where there are no markers that shows where Stax Records even existed in Memphis, Tennessee to this day. The black guy ended up getting acquitted, but he didn't get acquitted from the charges until he lost everything.
They do.
I said that to say this. Drake is in a position where people may have been trying to buy it off of him, and now he's going directly at the powers that be. If they can't buy it from you, they're going to take it from you. They will destroy you and take it from you. And I think that that's the point. They will give Drake that money and then put a stamp on everything else. You will not move another unit. Even OVO Radio, that's through Apple Music.
Yeah.
We're gonna take that relationship away. UMG is a very big distributor for Apple Music. So if they decide, hey, you can't have any of our artists on Apple Music, if you're doing that, they're gonna move him.
Everything you said was correct, but there's niggas like me that was support Drake.
Absolutely, but there's not enough of you in the world, though, Mike.
We'll see.
Yeah, just you and Roe. That's it.
You and Roe.
We gonna see. Everything you said was
I ultimately think that this will just be a blip on the radar, and we'll look back on this in 5 to 10 years because I feel like there's just too much.
So.
I feel like there's just too much money And I also feel like it's dangerous if they go through with this because other artists of that statue might sit back and be like, you know what? The next time my new deal comes up, instead of taking that 300 million, I'm hot as could be. I'm gonna go independent, and I'm not gonna take the money up front.
That's why they gotta make an example
Because they're not gonna, because the artists of that caliber are gonna start distrusting the labels because these corporations have already stuck it to them for too long.
Right.
And
you can only put your foot on people's neck for too long before you make a miscalculation.
I just think on the pod about this. I told niggas before, Spotify, Apple Music, they tricked niggas to believe that they weren't working with the labels. They came right back after the fact and said, yeah, we can work with the labels. They picked the playlist. They picked when the song will be played, how much money is being made. You have to get out of that shit if you're an artist.
But,
you want to make money.
But see so it's two things there, right? One,
two out the trunk now. We going back to Master P days, nigga.
So there are way too many documentaries about the ills of the music industry to say that artists are going to wise up and just decide to.
That's true though too.
They've had way too many opportunities. This has been happening. Shoot, go back to the Sugar
60,
Hill Gang,
70
bro.
years. Yeah, definitely.
Go back to the Sugar Hill Gang in the late 70s, early 80s. Sugar Hill Gang. Everybody knows the Sugar Hill Gang, right? There were 5 guys in the Sugar Hill Gang. One person ended up walking away with the Sugar Hill name and all the rights to the Sugar Hill. Like, that's it. Like, if they didn't learn then, if they didn't learn in the 90s, where you got people getting screwed out of their royalties, you got people who just were on the record label that somehow miraculously ended up being named as writers on songs that they had nothing to do with. Like, these things have been happening since the beginning of the time, and artists still have not decided we're gonna go without the. They're not gonna do it.
I think the problem is also that a lot of these artists come from, and I don't mean no disrespect, they don't have a lot of education. A lot of them come from the inner cities, so they don't understand any of these type of things, right?
Yeah.
And that's also not a thing. Another thing that labels love to do is that artists don't understand inflation. So they've been telling artists for 30 years, the only goal you should have on your first deal is to sign for $1 million.
Exactly.
Well, $1 million when I was $1 million when I was born is now 2.5 million.
That's right.
So effectively, what they continue to do is every year that goes by, the artist only wants $1 million advance, but they're actually paying the artist less advance money because they haven't factored in inflation to their asking price.
100%.
If 100 years from now they can convince themselves to take $1 million, they'll be like, "You stupid fools."
They don't study the moguls though, bro. Like, they don't study the people that did it the right way. That were like, okay, cool. Well, don't give me any money up front.
I don't know why these rappers don't act like they didn't know that Puffy exists.
I want to own my stuff.
Like,
don't give me. I don't want an advance. I don't want an advance. I don't want an advance. I want to own my stuff. So you keep your money. I will front my own costs. I will find an independent investor. All I need you to do is distribute my music.
That's it.
Those who are able to do that make a killing.
Nipsey.
They make a killing. Jay, that's what he did. Like, yo,
but Nipsey didn't make a killing apparently. Because did you see how much they inherited from his estate? It was not as much as you would have thought.
Yeah, but again,
he made more money after he died, his estate, than he did when he was alive.
He signed that
Think
deal.
about that.
They got him after that. When you signed that deal, they knew they can come after you forever now. Now they have perpetuity. Now they got you forever. They can make forever. They can make that money forever, nigga. When you was independent, they couldn't do nothing with you. They can't make no money off you. So I mean,
at the end of the day, it's capitalism.
Don't ever sign no deal with these niggas. Man. These niggas are treacherous.
Oh, damn.
They're demonic forces that are going on every single day that people are subjugating themselves to, thinking they're gonna get rich, and you're not gonna get rich. Yeah. You're gonna be another story, a sad story. I watch young niggas sign to 300. Fucking Young Thug and fucking what's the other youngster name? It's a lot of them that signed it at one time. They signed at 300, and all niggas was crying. Migos and shit.
They gave Young Thug $15,000 to sign to that label. 15 grand.
Mr. Kid was another one.
And then when he cried, they spoon fed him another 30 grand.
That's it. And they crying.
But
I can't put the music out. I can't do nothing about it.
In retrospect, he has a lot more money than the average person will ever have.
True.
So you kind of look at it like, well, he got exploited so someone could get way richer than him, but he's still extremely rich. So it's relative to the average person, right? He's not wealthy. But
who?
Lifestyles are different.
From a Young Thug.
Yeah. It's like That's what I said about myself. It's like, yo, I know for a fact I'm doing
Another
decent
one.
enough to be like, you know what? I can't complain about a whole lot of shit. Most of us are not
That's
complaining
what they're
about a whole lot of
hoping. That's what they're hoping.
I want to be in a certain bracket where I can control shit to just grow to help other people. Like that's my goal. Not help me, help other people because I'm comfortable with shit. Like I'm decent. I look at myself and say, you know what, God, you're so amazing. Like I'm in a place right now where
Here it is.
most black people are not even close to. You dig? So to me, the next goal is to do what? Help somebody else so they can grow. They can get to a certain point where they can live their life and live their dreams out at an immaculate pace. That's the next goal. For most black people that are affluent or above middle class or middle class, that should be the next. My goal. I wake up in the morning. It's like, yo, how can I help somebody else? How can I? What ways can I help somebody else? Like Lethal hit me up the other day and said, yo, I'm doing a show January 30th. I'm buying a ticket to that shit. I may not go physically.
Yeah, up in DC.
But I'm putting money in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy all. I'm gonna buy all the front. I'm gonna buy all the front row tickets.
Because I
You sound
want
like 50 Cent.
I want him to live his dream out. If that's his dream, I want him to do well. I don't want him to be like, oh, I hit Mike up and he didn't support me. He told me every day in the chat. We go back and forth every day. It's niggas that watch this shit every fucking day that don't support. You a hater, bitch ass nigga.
Hey, put the link. Hey, put the link in the comment section.
Put the link in the comment section, son.
Put it in there so they can buy tickets, bro.
You gotta get better at helping each other out every single day. That's gotta be
moving too slow. I'm gonna find the link.
We cannot sit up here and act like we not okay enough to say, yo, my homie hit me up and say, bro, buy a ticket for me, brother, please. And I don't do that shit. I don't even deserve to talk to you on a regular basis if I don't do that shit. That's how I feel. You did?
That's right.
So
we about to post it right now.
We gotta support each other. If we don't support each other, then who will?
Straight up.
And all this people talking about all that we know about the industry and all these people getting jerked, we gotta be a hub for supporting each other in our own growth and our own businesses and our own things that we're good at.
Wiley Lane posting stuff on his own
That's
page.
gotta be the goal every single day. If it's not,
I'm out here looking for that one mic podcast.
Man, I told you, I'm going into next Monday.
You know what I'm saying? Look, I ain't even gonna hold you. I was sitting up in here. You know what I'm saying? Wifey was like, yo, what you doing? I said, I'm waiting for this black on black news, bro.
I appreciate it though.
I was ready.
I got a couple things in the cut. I'm trying to marinate on. I want to make sure the content is right when I put it out. I don't want it to be forced.
For sure.
I want that black on black news to really hit home. Like
I feel that.
I want people to really gain some type of knowledge and understanding. Like, bro, we had a deficit. Like people about to start laying off and shit. Amazon going through a whole thing right now that niggas ain't even talking about. It's not on mainstream media. Like they're not gonna tell you that niggas in New York right now is protesting trying to get jobs and get other situations popping off for their situation. Like, dog, they are trying to invest.
Posted his link on his page.
Whatever.
Why? I'm trying to find Lethal's link. It ain't on his page.
Yeah, he need to post that shit ASAP, dog.
Hold up, I got it. Hold on, let me see.
Post that shit, man. Because at the end of the day, bro,
we
we got. We ain't got nobody else. Who the fuck gonna look out for us? Nobody.
Do y'all? No, seriously. Do y'all want to buy all the tickets to the concert?
I'm gonna buy a ticket, not buy all the tickets.
Oh, I thought we should buy all the tickets.
When Rez, when you come out your next book, I'm buying a book from you. You dig me?
Oh,
like that's my
new book coming. New book.
I know it's coming. But I know it's coming though.
I know it's coming. New book coming.
You dig? I know it's already coming. So I know when the next book comes, I'm buying one.
You got the link to
it's
his
already
website?
set. It's already in my mind frame. Like, yo, I'm buying that shit when it comes out.
I think he posted his website in the chat, didn't he?
You did? If we not doing that, then what the fuck we doing?
You posted in the chat, you said?
We just talking.
Hold on, I'm trying to.
I know I went left, but I'm just saying, like, that's how I really feel.
Oh, no, you're right.
Like,
No, but you're right, though. You're right,
think
though.
about this shit every day. Like, bro, we got to get better as a people every day. We got to get better. I want to be better. I want to be a better Mike every single day when I wake up in the morning. I say, God, thank you for another day.
Yeah, that's why I say I don't make New Year's resolutions. I just do better every day.
I had a hysterical pivot, but it will come off bad at this point, so I'm gonna just do it later.
Oh man, please.
Oh no!
We already here now.
I can't. I promise you, I can't right now.
Okay,
I promise you, it would go all the way bad. But just know, it would have been funny. But no. So I am working on my second book. So funny that you mentioned that.
I'm on it.
It's actually kind of a secret, but I'm excited about it. Mike 2.5 was actually my first book.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, word.
Yeah, 2.5 was my first book.
Awesome.
Yeah. Telling my life story and
put the link up in there. Look, I ain't bought the first one. Put the link up on that shit.
You know what I'm saying? My lack of father figures and
come on, man.
All that good stuff.
Come on now, we building. We gotta build.
You know what I'm saying?
Mr.
All these
Bitches.
extras. There you go.
We got the OGs in the building, Mr. Bitches.
Hey, you see that picture right? Look at that fly dude right there.
Hey, that's a fly for door, my nigga. You cold. You like one of the 1940s gangsters, nigga. You about like, yeah, see, yeah.
It was a 1920s themed Christmas party.
Yeah, I Need Answers Volume 1. Anywhere you can buy books.
What do you say? Yeah,
we got my dog man Emotion in the building.
Who's Clive Campbell? He's Cool Herc.
Hey, Mr. B, this is where we got to start you out at. What are your thoughts on JC?
Who is JC?
See, there we go. All right.
The game.
There we go.
We're talking about game.
Who is that?
The game, JC.
Oh, the game? Like the rapper?
Social media content creator.
The Man with Motion is fired. I like that too. Man with Motion. I fuck with that shit.
I can't
Thank
even.
you. It's Man of
Motion.
My bad. Man of Motion. My bad.
Man of Motion.
Pardon me.
What you been up to, man? We haven't seen you in a minute, bro.
Man, I've been getting my life together. I quit.
Oh, damn.
Yes, sir.
You a quitter.
What else?
I ain't a quitter.
I got a lot of good things moving in. Like the future's looking
nice.
bright. I don't want to get too much, but we just had to get some things.
Respect.
I just left the rehearsal with the live band playing behind like this rapper or whatever. We got a performance coming up on the.
What do you play?
So I've been prepping. I play the bass. I'm a bass
like
player.
Stand-up bass or
I'm a jazz musician.
Red, he's super nice.
Both.
Bruh.
Oh, both?
No.
Both.
Red, he's super nice though.
No, if he plays stand-up, bass, then he's nice. Then he's super nice.
No, he's super nice. Not as nice. He's nice, super nice.
Did you go to the same school as Cups?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
word. Y'all both went to art school.
Yeah, we used to live down the street from each
Word.
other.
Okay, yeah.
Y'all DTM. You heard?
Oh, I don't know if you
Yes,
heard
sir.
Mr. B, but me and Cups went to Tulsa and became best friends. So like I know his whole life story now. It's crazy.
Hell yeah, bro.
Y'all like
that's my dog. That's twin right now. That's twin.
Yeah, man. I was actually proud of that power move, bro. You a whole, you know what I'm saying? You a whole like politician in the making.
In the
bro.
making?
Like that's lit.
Nah, dog.
You are
Yeah,
a
I literally
politician.
ran.
He already did that.
I literally ran for state representative.
You are a politician.
Yeah.
That was just amazing. That was mind blowing to me. I'm like, bro, you went to a whole like event with a politician and
Nah,
everything.
that's
Yeah,
dog.
bro. I did, bro. For real. It was an A-list. It was an
We
A-list
speak
jump, bro.
directly to
You know what I'm
to a
saying?
South Carolina politician. Like that's lit as
That's
hell.
crazy.
I'm talking
No.
about the type of events we went to, bro. They was basically like blocking out like whole restaurants. You know what I'm saying, for our
Yeah.
event. You know what I'm saying, like
Yeah.
no customers, just us.
Yeah.
You feel me? Drinks on demand. You no payment. Hey, you thirsty? Yeah, actually. Let me
Yeah.
get
I have
a.
little parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am actually.
Food was pretty good too.
Ryan is told in that blunt like he don't have a worry in his life. You hear me?
Yeah, we
He holding that blunt like a single mama right now. His kids is grown and have left the nest.
I think it's that single mama.
The kids is gone. They done left the nest. They ain't calling for no money.
Damn, a single mama is for
Nothing. He is
Not a
holding
worry
that
in the
bitch
world.
like- not a worry in the world. He is Cruella DeVille. Y'all remember in 101
he got it.
Dalmatians?
Yo,
the
he got it in
90s?
one of the extended things. They got
Yeah, with Glenn Close. The joint with Glenn Close. The joint with Glenn Close. That nigga is God.
No, I
damn.
did want to open that joint up since I got you and Finance Ryan this joint.
do that.
What is niggas supposed to be expecting from this Honda and Nissan merger?
Uh-oh.
Thank God you put it up.
A Honda GTR.
I've done
What do you mean?
I've done extensive research on this if you want to know, but
Yes, go
Let
ahead.
me
Ryan.
mute up.
So-
This is y'all.
so they're gonna merge, but they're gonna operate as separate brands still. So there'll be a parent company or a holding company actually, and then they're gonna
Sony
operate.
PlayStation?
So, huh?
like Sony and PlayStation.
Basically, but so what they're gonna do is there'll be nothing major anytime soon because it takes auto companies like 3 to 5 years to plan out their products. So and then they do it like every 3 to 5 years and every 5 to 10 years. So what you will start seeing are things that are behind the scenes. Like they'll start sharing more parts. The same way Acura parts work with Honda, and the same way Infiniti parts work with Nissan. They're gonna take all four like this. So like door locks, LED lights, easy things where they can save money. They'll manufacture a lot of cars in the same plants now, in the same assembly lines. They'll look for places where they can just save money off the rip. That's what they'll start doing.
So that's what this is all about. I mean, they're saying you can't beat them, join them. There's no point in competing anymore. We probably gonna save bread if we become one thing.
Well, I mean, they still just compete, but they're still competing against the other brands in the world. They're now the third largest car maker, basically based on sales. But that's pretty common in like capitalism type corporations. So, but you won't see any major new car collaboration for a while, huh?
Between Honda and Nissan.
Yeah, it'd be a while.
Nissan
It'll be a while.
Since like the 90s, bro.
I've never owned a Honda or a Nissan.
Nissan's been in the red since the 90s, and especially since like Carlos Ghosn. But Nissan had a partnership with Renault, and they also had a partnership with Mercedes-Benz that also went left. Like, what's that Infiniti that's also like a Mercedes A-Class?
No, they have Mercedes made like a 2.0 liter engine for them that they only sold for like a couple years.
No, but they had a rebadged Infiniti.
Oh, I don't remember what it was.
That was based on, yeah, like nobody does.
I don't know what it was, but they were a victim, unfortunately, of fraud because of their CEO, who, by the way, he paid people to sneak him out the country when he's under indictment, and he's never been back since. And so that's one of their biggest problems. But
where to Russell Simmons?
Yeah.
Carlos Ghosn is still in Turkey. Ain't he in Turkey or something?
Indonesia. In Bali.
Like Istanbul.
In Bali.
In Bali.
With Russell Simmons.
Oh, who? You talking about the CEO of Nissan?
Of Nissan. Carlos
he's
Ghosn.
He's in Turkey or something like that. He has dual citizenship.
That's crazy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he went to Istanbul.
Yeah.
After he made the deal?
But in the instrument case.
No, he was on house arrest.
No, so what happens is in Japan, their fucking their incrimination rate, like their conviction rate is extremely high. It's like 90%, 85% or some shit like that conviction rate. So when he was under house arrest awaiting trial, he had actually an American security team. These motherfuckers got one of those music cases like that you transport like a large instrument or like a large set of speakers in. And he hid in the case, and they took him to the airport, and he fled to fucking Turkey, bro. And where he's still at now. He's in Istanbul. A free man.
A free man.
Talking shit about the shit
like,
he fucked up.
2-3 years ago. Yeah, this was 2 or 3 years ago. This was recent, bro.
But they caught the Americans, so they were stupid for doing it because the FBI in the United States indicted them. So they're just pawns of another rich guy, which was stupid.
So back to the original question, when they start dropping cars, is it still gonna be under Honda or under Nissan, or are they gonna have like carriage name or?
So
they're gonna be dropped separate. The brands will continue to be Nissan and Honda. They will not be like a collaboration. What you might see is what Toyota does with Subaru and the 86 that they make. They sell it on like 3 different brands. It was Scion, it was Subaru, and it was Toyota. And each one of them had a little bit difference. Like the engine made a little bit more horsepower. This one was a little bit stiffer for the corners. So you'll start seeing them do those collaborations like that over time.
Basically, it'll probably be somewhere like it might be a Honda engine in a Nissan car or something like that. I doubt it'll be a Nissan engine in a Honda car.
Yeah, more likely to be that.
Like that's what goes on with the Subaru with the BRZ. Like it's a Toyota body, but the engine is a Subaru, which they're having problems with those new ones now with the fucking oils. But goddamn, that's a whole different story.
Boxer engines, man, the never just can get them right.
Yeah, bro. Those oil sumps are fucking trash. You got people who are fucking totaling out their motors at like 20,000 miles. That shit is ridiculous.
That's terrible.
All because they not getting oil.
So what you're saying is we could potentially see.
You went for a night walk?
No,
I'm talking to Cups. What is he doing?
I'm definitely going.
Oh, night walk. All right, word. All right, cool. Sorry, but go ahead. You was asking a question.
I forgot what I was about to say. Oh no, he said
Nissan was fire though.
He said it wasn't Nissan.
Thank you. Thank you, bro.
Nissan was fire though. Y'all wilding, bro.
I smoked that. They skated right by it.
Nissan and Honda.
Nissan was fire though.
Yo, I smoked that. That was quick. That was quick.
That was really on a quick draw too. I was like, yeah.
I was laughing, but I was muted.
Oh man, y'all gotta get these quips. You gotta let the quips go. All right, so have we reached the end of the card segment of the pod, or I don't want to skip over nothing. Anything new?
Why everybody buying all these Shiba Inu coins?
Hey, why are people buying Shiba Inu coins, Ryan?
I don't know.
I'm not buying any coins.
All right.
I don't. I don't buy crypto.
Today? I just bought.
I have one.
I don't trust people.
Got one Shiba Inu?
No, I got my XRP. I'm sitting my XRP, bro.
I got
XRP.
I got XRP. I got this joke called Dog with Hat.
Okay.
Get rid of that, bro. Get rid of that.
No.
So,
It's funny.
get rid of that, bro.
Yeah, that sounds like the Hot 2 Girls coin.
It does. So I got my XRP because
I got XRP.
Jack put me on. Jack was like, "Yo, go get XRP," and I was like, "Yo, I don't mess with crypto." He's like, "No, trust me on this one." I put $20 on XRP. I was like, "Dog, I'm gonna put $20 on this. If I lose my $20, I'm coming to find you, and we're gonna have some problems." But that $20 turned into $60 in 2 days.
And now like 243 right now.
I was like, "Oh, okay, all right." So I was like, so I went I went and like took some of my Apple stock, sold some of my Apple stock, and so I bought a total of $400 of XRP, and now it's up to like $1,100. So yeah, so I'm sitting on that. Like I'm just gonna. Jack just said sit on it and just let it. He's like,
yeah, just let it
do what it does.
It ain't bad at all.
Nah. And it's money I'm not thinking about. So it's like I'm not putting no money into it.
Yeah.
I'm not buying
money we
extras
love.
or that.
We don't even
That's
see.
not what I did too. But they
Not
trying
even
to get
there.
me about
Not even there.
now. I don't know nothing about that.
About what?
I don't even know what's there. I want to see it.
No, I'm buying nothing else.
I don't know nothing
I
about
want to
that.
see it. No.
No.
The time now to save though. Real talk. Time
Yeah.
is to save.
What you think, Ryan?
Save.
What's the move, Ryan? What's the move?
Save, bro. Save.
What's the move right now?
Yeah.
Save.
Should we be invested in?
Save.
Maybe nuclear stocks because of the data center demand. All the new data centers being built. If you pay attention in Richmond area, they're going to build like 15 new data centers just in our area. And then in Northern Virginia, they're going to build even more because that's the data center capital of the world. But the problem is that it's for AI chips. The AI chips demand a lot of power. So because they demand a lot of power and we got to meet our climate change goals, you can't build new coal plants. So the only thing you can build are nuclear power plants because they don't put out any carbon. So, huh?
You said NVIDIA?
Yeah, well, I own NVIDIA. NVIDIA is actually like one of the best stocks in the past 5 years. I don't think, and actually in the past decade, nothing has really like ran up as NVIDIA. But they won't scale as fast now because they're worth like $3.4 trillion. It's the law of big numbers. So if they were to grow by 100% from now, they'd be worth like $6 trillion, which might take some time.
Would they do a split?
Uber now. Uber
Even if they do a split, it won't change the fact that their market cap is 3.4 trillion. So they just did a split though, like say 6 months ago. But it's just the law of big averages. Like Apple is knocking on the door, being the first $4 trillion company. They're right there at the thing. But I don't know. I think nuclear stocks will probably be the move right now because the demand for energy to power these data centers is going to go through the roof. And if you've seen the news here in Chesterfield, they're going to build the first fusion reactor in the world within the next 10 years.
Facts.
Oh wow.
Facts.
So they just announced that deal with Chesterfield.
So that's either great or terrible, right? Because if y'all have one of those Chernobyl things, then y'all be like
Well,
the first people
Rez,
to
I'm
get.
ready
the thing about Fusion that's different, huh?
You have to send me something to put on my screen? I got you. Send it over.
The thing about fusion power that's different from fission is that nuclear fusion cannot melt down or cannot cause a Chernobyl-like incident. That's the key difference, because you're not splitting atoms, you're combining them. So there's no worry about a meltdown or anything like that.
Okay. I got it, Cups. I'm about to turn it on. All right, Cups has some stuff, something for us to banter about. My guy, but to get in his capitalist bag, in his anti-capitalist
Damn,
bag.
at the 2 hour and 35 minute
At
mark?
the 2 hour and 35 minute mark, my man's about to rip.
Hold on, wait.
want to make sure my name
Are
is
we
a
reaching that goddamn?
I'm Black Eyed Peas are safe.
Nah. We right here now.
I'm
You brought us here now, Brett.
I'm with the tuna fish now. I got tuna fish.
Can I get some bags too?
I got.
Y'all got a bag?
You buy honey buns? Nigga, are you what? Hold on, you in Northside?
Hold on, you at the Papa John's?
You at the Wawa?
You in Northside, nigga. I know you. I know you
Trying
in
to steal
Northside.
Ish title, bro?
I know what Northside look like.
All right, what you got?
Oh, what's this?
That nigga in Northside, man.
This is a new initiative that they have going on in Richmond. That's about to be that's about to start.
I told y'all what is it about.
Talk us through it, bro.
What's it about? About home ownership?
Nah, they
This is Wall Street.
Investor homes.
Oh, I know. Oh, we know. I want to hear you cook on this shit.
So it looks like what it's talking about is
It's
banning the practice of people buying homes, like, because you got to think like the Airbnb homes. Most of them are owned by corporations now,
Exactly.
not small investors. So
Exactly.
it looks like they're trying to stop people from being able to buy corporations from buying investor homes and like putting them on the short term rental market, as opposed to putting them on the right people to buy.
Stop niggas from making money. Period.
Cups, is that right? Put down the honey bun and answer my question, Cups.
Testing 1 2 1 2.
More male drama could be on the way. Oh, this is Cups' whole bag.
They don't want niggas to make
Is
money.
that a real stamp?
Yes.
I hope not.
Yes. In Virginia, the first slave state? Commonwealth?
You know,
Are y'all serious?
Cups, why you send us this?
I put in the chat today about people
Riz.
in Virginia giving their kids away in Virginia.
Yo,
I was going through my military boxes.
My kid is so
I found my presidential volunteer award.
Yeah.
I ain't even know it was signed by him.
Bruh.
All right,
by this guy?
The shit out here treacherous, dog. It's treacherous.
Oh,
my
no.
bad. I was trying to check out what y'all was saying just now.
Cheeto Man.
We were talking about the article you posted. So the article, I think, is talking about limiting, trying to end the practice of corporations buying homes,
yes,
and put them on the short-term lease, short-term rental market, as opposed to putting them out for people to be able to buy them.
Yes.
They're not going to get it.
Talk about it, my guy. Talk about it.
All right, so not too long ago, I remember we did an episode, and I was telling you about I was asking you in your area, and I don't know if 2-5 was on the episode, but I'm gonna ask you right now, 2-5, if you can go on Google and find out what your for your single family homes, what the owner occupied rate is in your either in your zip code or your area code. Because in Richmond, the owner occupied rate, I think at the time we was talking about it, was like 43%. And a lot of places right now, you have, I know we talk about the house crisis a lot, but
52.4.
68.7.
68.7 is how many how many owners are living in it?
How many? You have to owner occupied rate in Somerville, where I live.
Yeah, I got 52.4.
It's not bad. A lot of places are worse than a lot of other places, but I mean, still, 50% is still like half. That's not good. I don't think that's good. But either way,
it's super trash.
They said that there's an initiative coming to Richmond to start to prevent practices like that, and I think that's fantastic because I feel like the more we can get away from profiteering from housing, It's that's for one another way for people to create wealth here, and because you already know rent, that shit just it gets absorbed. Like it's really not going anywhere except for the system. You know what I'm saying? Don't count to your credit. Don't count to it go to savings. It don't go to nothing. It just goes straight to the landlord. So, and the cost of living just gonna keep going up.
I'm just telling y'all niggas, a nigga who's rent. I'm telling you for a fact, this shit a trick bag. They're gonna make sure they can get you in a certain level of income base by having a certain market that's gonna have a certain amount of jobs that will give you a certain amount of income based off a high school diploma or a degree, or if you own a home, based off that ratio right there, they're gonna make sure you don't own that home anymore. So you cannot have that access to wealth. They want you to be subjugated to their price point. So your rent right now might be like what? I remember when I was renting was like $750, maybe 4 years ago. Rent now is like $1,500, $2,000. Nothing in the book that says they can stop you from raising the rent to $2,500 or $3,000.
Right.
Nothing.
The only thing that stops that is if then there's mass people who cannot pay, and then they have no choice but to lower it, because if say 70% of people can't pay their rent, they can't function. Their economy wouldn't be able to function because the money wouldn't be there. So
you know why? Why is that not valid? We're still in the pandemic. It never lifted the pandemic at all. So those rules still apply. Understand those things. Trump is not winning office yet, so we don't even know for the next maybe 40 days. We don't even know what's yet to come for us folks that are living in these parameters. Like they're not safe. We don't even know what will happen after the fact. California, look at the homeless rate in California. Give you a barometer of what's going on. Man, yo.
Well, just take Atlanta. This is one thing that I tried to explain.
So bad, yo. I'm like, yo, bro, there's so much going on. Like, people are fucked up outside, yo.
This is what I tried to explain in about Atlanta. People wanted Atlanta to be a black Mecca.
It's not.
But listen. The wealth in Atlanta for black people has been going up like this. Not only from people who grew up there and benefited, but all the people who are black that are trying to move there, right? But what happens is when you concentrate so much wealth in one area, people who cannot live that lifestyle and that income, they can't afford to live there anymore. So it's like Calabasas. To live in Calabasas, you got to have money. So it pushes people out further and further away from that area because it's such a mass concentration. And that's why people were mad at Jeezy, because Jeezy threw a concert in Atlanta and the tickets were $3,000 per seat. Wow. But this is what I tried to explain to black people. You wanted this mass concentration of wealth. The problem is it's never going to fully be everybody can afford to be wealthy and then go to the Jeezy concert because you think it's going to be you. But when it doesn't become you, you're like, shit. Well, how the hell did I can't afford to? Because he sold out these tickets, by the way. He sold them out.
Yeah, it's like, yo, fuck them. Now,
but that's the dangers of when you don't have mixed income development and you just continue to.
Yeah, the middle class is not there no more because of jobs. There's no, again, I on my pod all the time. What is there? What good job is there? In Richmond, as an 18-year-old child, as a black man, 18-year-old child, what job can I get that I can survive with a family? What I want to hear the job. I want to hear the exact job. Again, I'm telling you, automation is coming for most people that don't understand that. Oh, I got a good job at Amazon. I got a good job at Walmart. That job ain't shit. Lowe's, all these jobs ain't shit. Home Depot, all those jobs are trash.
But it's done on purpose. It's literally done on purpose because it's either you're the kings and queens, which is a small group of people, or you're, and I hate to say this word, but this is the word that the employers use thousands of years ago. They called you peasants. And the thing that they're aiming to do now. The thing they're able to do now is the middle class is shrinking.
Yes, every day.
It's shrinking.
Every day.
But the thing is this, the middle class has done it to themselves. These MAGA people that are voting for Trump, they've done it to themselves. And until people look in the mirror and say, we did this to ourselves, the wealthy will continue to siphon their money out of their pockets and do what they want to do.
And my thing is, I look at the landscape and I say, look, I know when I was 18 years old and I was a black child and I'm a black, king. I'm looking at myself like, okay, I might have had that job then. That job ain't there no more. Like my dad's in the military, so I have a different understanding of life. Like I know military people like we have in a pod who have a certain level of comfort and understanding to the work they put in to get to that certain point. I understand pensions. I understand retirement funds. I understand certain levels of comfort that you still have that come in. It's called equity or money that comes in without you even knowing it's there. Right. I understand ownership. I understand people who have businesses through my whole family. So I'm like, yo, when do we get to a point we understand that, yo, that Waffle House job ain't shit. That Wendy's job ain't shit. That job you got at Kohl's ain't shit. They paying you $13 an hour, maybe 12, maybe 11. Maybe we don't even know what the offer is anymore. You working at I worked at Lowe's. I worked at certain companies that high turnover. Like this shit is not secure. You're setting yourself for flat out failure. You cannot survive out here. They want you to roll over and die. They want you to sit up here and say, "Hey, I got a job, and I'm doing well in my job at Five Below." When I'm 25 years old, nigga, you ain't retiring at Five Below, nigga. But ain't no retirement plan for you. Ain't no 401k. Ain't no settlement for you. Ain't no. Oh, I'm gonna sit up here and I'm gonna be 55 years old. I'm gonna walk in there and say, "Hey, Five Below, I did a good job." I'm telling you, bro. It's about to be a sad world for people out here, bro. I'm telling you.
No, Mike, but I think something just to sort of piggyback off that, I think you're absolutely right. There are definitely some dead end jobs out there. One, we have to realize that those jobs that were created were not created for adults to work.
Never.
Like you weren't supposed to be able to support your family on a McDonald's.
100%.
Like that's a job for teenagers and for college students. It was never supposed to be something that you're supposed to do.
Let me ask you this though, not to cut you off. When you go in there, do you see those kids?
No, but that's the point. But that's the point that I'm making. So like we have a culture of people, especially when we're talking, you got kids, you have a daughter, you know what I mean? Mike has kids, 25 has kids, like people don't want to parent. People don't prepare their kids for a life, set an expectation of like, yo, like you're gonna do something. And like understand, yes, you can do this right now. My daughter, before my daughter went to the military, she was working at Five Below.
Yeah, where's up?
But she was working at Five Below with an understanding of I'm building towards something else. I'm here until this thing comes together, and then I'm making my move.
Yes, sir.
Y'all know all my kids work. All my kids have jobs. Laura works at Subway. RJ works at Domino's. Isis works at Marco's.
Word.
Now, if they're working at those same places in 10 years, something's gone terribly wrong. Because everything that I've taught them as a parent is that there is a next level to this that you need to get to.
Yeah.
Because you can't survive off of that.
My question is, nobody's supposed to, the Five Below, they're meant for teenagers, yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. But teenagers also go to school 9 months out the year. I mean, who's supposed to run these restaurants while these children are in school?
Well, that's why you always have a portion that's left behind, bro.
They're gonna have middle-aged white folks to win that shit.
That's why you have it, bro. Shit. I just saw for the first time the other day. I saw an all-white landscaping crew.
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you. I watched a carpool.
Legit.
Look, a carpool in Southside now. Let me put y'all on game. A carpool in Southside, we know for a fact, was getting big money. They consolidated and said, I'm going to have 4 white folks running this shit.
Yep.
One at the front, one in the middle, one running the register, and one in the back. And a bunch of Mexicans.
Where was I? I was at
carpool now. A carpool in Southside don't have the same amenities they had. It said, we're going to have that same little Johnny, run your car in through, we're going to spray it with some bullshit. We're going to wipe it down, all these things.
I went to Zesto's.
That shit's crazy, dog.
I went to Zesto's in Columbia. Little fast food restaurant on the side of the road. Staff full of white people. Like, this is stuff you don't really see, right? Bruh. So to your point, Cups, yes, there would. The thing that there will always be is people with and people without. There will be people that do what they can and people that do what they have to.
Yeah.
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
That will always exist. So there will always be people that's working those positions. The thing is this: people are taking these positions that are again intended for high school students to be able to go in and make a few dollars to supplement their low income so they can buy shoes and go to the
Come on
movies and
now.
go on dates and stuff like that.
Yes,
And they're
sir.
trying to support their entire lives. At that exact same time, we're in the age of automation
Yeah.
where you used to need 8 to 10 people to run a full shift at McDonald's. They can
Not
run that same shift with 3 people now.
easy.
But I'm still saying though, bro,
Easy,
the
bro.
idea that the job is meant for young people, I think is a fallacy, because the majority of the time that the shop is the busiest is during the time that these children are taking instruction in school. These these places exist so that they can operate from low weight for low wage. They exist because, and just like places in Alabama where they're putting prisoners in these
Come on there, brother.
in these
Speak on
restaurants
it.
so that they don't even have
Golden Corral,
and they don't
Wendy's,
even have to pay these
McDonald's.
people.
Yeah. Do you know what I tell my kids though? 2-5 from a parenting
I
standpoint.
had it on the pod saying the same shit, bro. What's up?
Their
Do you know what I
target
tell my
demographic is not children. I mean, they would put children in there if they could, but
Yeah. No, but understand what I'm saying. As a parent, my job is to tell my kids,
go get something.
Yes, that they will always have those for you. Understand that those will always be there for you.
Yeah.
But if you end up there, something has gone terribly wrong with the plan.
Right.
Yeah. Real talk.
Right.
Real talk. Real talk.
For some people, that is the only way. And honestly, look at the people that end up in those situations. A lot of cases, right? You got people who came home from prison who need to have a jobs, and a lot of jobs they still got that box. Have you been a convicted felon?
Come on now.
And that locks you out of a lot of the higher paying jobs, and so all that's left are those types of things.
That's why I said look at Landman. Landman is bigger than what we see as far as oil rigs and shit. No, it's a grand scheme of understand global climate change, understand economics. Then we know for a fact people that are taking those oil rig jobs are basic felons. Those people are not people in society that people trust anymore. They say, yo, this is a very dangerous job. Like when you watch the shit, you see like, oh shit, people getting blown up, all type of shit going on because we don't even understand what's going on a day-to-day basis on those jobs. But the thing is, across the middle class, we have to make sure we're educated enough in business, understanding those business practices, and learn verticals. We got to one business can have another business. They have another business. Like those things we got to get to and say, hey, I'm in this field. I'm in 4 different fields, my nigga. Like we got to be multifaceted and getting multiple streams of income at one time.
And we have to pass it down. We have to pass.
That's the goal.
It does us no good to have a Dallas Mike who knows everything that he knows, and then he has a child, and his child don't know none of those things.
Come on, dog. Thank you.
Yeah, but I take it further. I think the dangers are if you look at the MAGA supporters and you watch some of the dumb shit they have said on video, right?
They're mad stupid.
You cannot, the other day the richest man in the world told them something where it was the honest truth to their faces, and they didn't understand why he said it. He slipped up. It was Freudian, but he said, you guys aren't smart enough to work at the Googles or the Teslas or the whatever. And one thing that happened is it used to be that you didn't have to be that smart, but you could make basically what amounts to 100,000 today.
Exactly.
All you had to do was work at a manufacturing plant and put whole A into whole B.
Yep.
And you made $100,000 in today's money.
Yep.
But as we decided we didn't want to be the manufacturers. We wanted to be the lawyers, the doctors, the techies. Those jobs required a lot more intelligence. And what we did was we killed off a lot of these people's education. The rich people then fed them a bunch of lies, which they ate up. And then they also made those people selfish. Because when they made them selfish, to fix this problem requires us to not be selfish, to be selfless.
100% helpless.
And as long as you have convinced people that, hey, it doesn't matter that I'm stupid, I'm going to be the winner driving the Ferrari, then you'll never be able to fix the problem, because what happened is there's a study out that says that this generation makes less money when you factor in inflation than their parents did 35 years ago.
Yeah, for sure.
That was on purpose. And and I try to talk to people about this so much they don't want to hear it. And the dangers I see is that, you're gonna have to go through a lot more pain before you finally can get it. And it's not going to be you even that fix it, and you might be a lost generation, a couple lost generations.
They probably will be.
It's going to be. It's going to be.
But Ryan, that comes back to parenting, bro.
But you're talking about you're looking at decades. It's a decades long thing that the wealthy have done to dumb down those people's parents so they have nothing to give them.
No.
This is what I'm saying. Listen.
I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. But listen, so there's a old adage, right? It says, hard men make good times bring weak children make hard times. Hard times make hard men make good times make weak children make hard times. So like it's a cycle, right? And what happens is we got to a place where like, well, I went through these things, and I talk to my friends about this all the time. I went through these things, and I don't want my kids to ever have to experience those things. Right. So I'm going to take out all the hardship and trials that all my kids have to go through.
Sadly, a lot of people don't view it that way. They look at it as like, I went through this and I was okay. You need some toughness too.
I love my baby girl crying out. You let her cry it out. Ain't no picking up. No. Let her cry that shit out.
You learn resilience. You learn resilience from the hardships. You learn resilience from going through.
You need the hardships, but I can't be a part of your hardship.
Right.
No.
Right.
Not at all.
Right. I don't want to. No, I can't create the hardship. If I'm the hardship, then that's a problem. But from a standpoint of like we this generation has created a generation of kids that have been told things like, well, you don't need to worry about a career. We used to talk about like what you want to be when you grow up.
Right.
You gotta have a career.
And that was a conversation. We're not saying you got to pick something and stick with it. Like when you're 4 years old, you say, I want to be a fireman. So when you're 19 years old, like, why aren't you a fireman yet? Like, no, that's not what I'm saying. But it is about having structured conversations about like my son's a junior, right? My son's a junior in high school. I told him, listen, dude, you got into your junior year to pick what you want to do. If you don't pick what you want to do, your junior year, daddy's gonna pick what you're gonna do.
Yeah, you work on me. That's it. That's the goal.
Your daddy's gonna pick what you're gonna do.
In an ideal world, sure. But the trend that we have been seeing across the board is there's too many people whose parents generationally are not having these conversations because they don't know to have these conversations.
That too.
I mean, there is a concentrated effort, especially by the Republican Party, to dumb down their voters as much as possible because they're focused on greed and controlling them. That's why Trump. The first bill. Listen, I bet my life on it. The first thing that Trump is going to pass when he gets in there is a tax cut for the rich. That's the first thing he's going to do because you know what? True. In 2017, that was the first thing that he did. And that's the only thing that he did. He didn't pass any other major bill that you can name.
Oh, I know.
That's the tariffs.
And the reason and
what the tariffs going to do?
And the wild thing about it is, listen, think about this. EF, right? Just take the letters EF, right? One of them's entertainment, the other's finance, right?
Right.
Go to yahoo.com. Which one do you think people click on that are young? Do you think they click on finance or entertainment more? They want money, but which one do you think is more popular? Look at Beyonce. She broke Super Bowl records, and you know all it did? Made her more richer than she's ever been. But it did not help the people who were struggling that were tuning in to Beyonce. But they will still consume her product and make her rich. They broke records. And what that shows me is, even though I'm dirt poor, struggling, I still got time to make Beyonce richer. I'm still not going to say no to these corporations. I'm still going to give eyeballs to look at sports. Sports have been breaking records year after year after year, but those people have been going like this. Their incomes have been going down. Their wealth is not gaining. And what it shows me is that these rich people have done a great job at brainwashing a large amount of the population to not care, to not prioritize these things. I know people who know more about who Chris Brown is dating than simple finance terms. I had a whole discussion on my page yesterday, and one of the guys was talking about, look how much money I think I'm going to have in retirement, but I don't know how compound interest works.
He's tripping.
He admitted he doesn't know how compound interest works. He knows he doesn't know how it
Ain't trying
works,
to find out.
but he didn't just go and look up on Google and watch a 5-minute video that explains how it works, even though he just admitted this is a very long conversation about money we had, right? It's still on my page. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, he's focused. He even said that the average union member at his job retires with 1.75 million, right? But I had to explain to him that's in today's money. In his mind, he's going to be buying Ferraris and balling out. But I explained to him in 30 years from now, that's not the same amount of money. And what I learned from his own admitting, he's so focused on the $1 million mark that he admits that he doesn't know how compound interest works, which is a very simple concept that there are 5-minute long videos that are animated on YouTube that he's never going to watch. You know what's more watched than the compound interest video? These grifters on YouTube that tell you how to get rich.
Right.
And their audience tunes in every year and never get rich from these grifters. I be on these grifters' page. I see them release a video. It shoots through the roof. Huh?
They're selling content.
They don't need the audience doesn't even realize that you're just a pawn to make the person that you're watching richer. They don't understand that they're being had.
Yeah, it's goofy shit.
It's just you dangle the carrot. You tell somebody, hey, I can make you rich. Just buy my ebook. Thank you. See you later.
No. It's like you said, like they're playing that game. Like mentors will really teach you how to, it's not even about being rich. They teach you a system. Teach you how to really. It's like fish for yourself, so to speak. Like I got mentors that really taught me early on in the game, like how can I really eat by myself without you there? You dig? Like people that looked at me like, yo. You're a well put together brother. You speak well. You're polite. You're smart. Those things matter going forward than anything else. Like I got a different pedigree than most folks, so those things will accentuate themselves on a long-term basis.
You know how we judge America? We don't judge America on how well the A+ students are doing. They're doing fine, especially if they're applying themselves. We judge America, and this is a quote from like a Matt Hoffer show from a famous journalist. He said, we judge America, I forget his name, but we judge America on how well the C and D students are doing.
Wow.
Weakest links.
I believe it.
Okay?
I've
sat in enough classrooms in my lifetime, and when I was sitting in class, I looked around and said, a lot of these kids are not going anywhere, and they have access to a good education, and we're in the suburbs. We're in one of the best zip codes in America to be in, and guess what? The amount of people I know that grew up in $500,000 houses that now live in the projects with 7 kids, that are in prison, that join gangs. My best friend, his parents worked extremely hard. One was a high-paid nurse. The other had a career working at what's the cigarette people? The cigarette people in South Side. They had a career there. They lived in a $500,000 house. You know what he decided to do? He said, "I'm gonna join the gang and throw all that away." There's 3 people in the neighborhood I know right there, and I know more. And all of them threw their parents' hard work away because it did not, some reason, fizzle down into their priority system.
They wanted to fit in, and they wanted to be cool. Like,
this is the deeper problem I'm getting at. Black culture does not have representation of Black suburban kids, so we are not the people 100%. Who control cool in it's inner city kids who live in poverty that control the narrative for Black people in the mainstream. That's your rappers. That's your athletes. That's your Charleston Whites.
Yeah.
And that's why when things happen, they're like, "What does this person say?" Like, who gives a fuck what that person got to say?
Affluent Black
because don't nobody want to hear from Ja Rule.
Don't matter. It's like
Ja Rule teach somebody the rule of 72. How about that?
Yeah,
there's a disconnect in our culture. White culture does not let rednecks run their culture.
No, not at all. Not at all.
And I mean that with no disrespect.
No,
These are
the type of conversations that need to be had.
Yeah.
Yes.
We don't. We also have a thing where we don't look up to the nerds. In that conversation I told you about, the guy was like, "Damn, I should have went into the IB program and been a nerd. The nerds are winning." And I'm thinking to myself, You're now saying this at 35 years old. The IB program was middle school. So you closed the window on your life is what you're telling me out loud.
Yes.
20 years ago in middle school.
Yes.
And you know what I realized?
Come on now, preach, brother, preach.
You know what I realized? A lot of the guys that look down, I'm a nerd, that look down on people like me have never lived as good as I have. Even though they had all the attention in the classroom, they had all the attention at the house parties, right? You know what they don't have at 35 years old? Any fucking money.
That's right.
No money, no degree.
And you know what's now happening?
And they gotta check that box.
You know what's now happening? The women that had kids by them are now expecting men like me that we're going to go pick up the problem. No. I know 2 women that have publicly on Facebook said, what was I doing dating thugs? One of them turned down a guy because he was nerdy. She told this out loud, right? And she told it to me. His name is Jeremiah, right? Guess what he did?
Jeremiah, why are you catching shots on the
No, but Jeremiah's life is amazing. Guess what he did? Guess what he did? His dad was a painter, right? He painted Obama. Do you know how important you have to get in life to sit Obama down for 3 hours to paint him? And she's now looking back on her.
The one in the presidential library?
I may have been, I forget, but it's a very important painting that it's out there now, right?
Okay.
And what I learned from that is she was more attracted. Her attraction palette fucked up her life. She now doesn't work. She lives with her baby daddy. They hate each other. They don't even necessarily date each other. They only live with each other because they have 3 kids and they need each other to basically survive. Her to watch the kids and him to barely go and get some money.
Right.
And what I learned from that culturally is it's dangerous.
Yeah.
And we need to value intellectualism because why are we not elevating? And this is what Vivek told them. And I don't even fuck with Vivek. But he tried to tell y'all, stop idolizing the athletes. Kyrie Irving doesn't believe the earth is round.
Years ago.
No, yeah, he's a very smart dude. You know,
I
he just nailed the wrong team.
Years ago, stop prioritizing athletes because we are bigger than athletes.
But this is the thing.
I say it on my one bite podcast.
But that's what's sold to us, though.
It's sold to us. It's sold as cool.
It is.
I had a woman who had no money, right?
Going through the neighborhoods, and you know there was a chicken store over here, there was liquor store right there. You know, like all that kind of stuff. You ain't see that on the other side of town.
Yeah, exactly.
All that stuff is by design, but the difference is that
they elevated so much. Like if you ask the average black person, name a black guy who's an astrophysicist, they don't know
at all.
They don't.
You ask the average white person, name 2 people that are physicists that are legendary. You can say Einstein and you can say Bohr. Right off the bat, Manhattan Project. You see it, you know about it. There's movies about it. You know what's crazy? I was shocked at how well that movie Oppenheimer did, considering how nerdish it really is.
It was a great movie, though.
Me too. I was shocked too.
It absolutely did well, but it only did well because what white kids do is they don't mind looking up to the swaggy guy and all that, because at the end of the day, they're still going to go off and be a lawyer.
Yeah, they're like, you can have all the swag and it's cool, but you're going to work for me.
Yeah.
Who owns but the thing is, who owns the story?
Of what?
Who owns the story? So when you look at when you look at who owns the story of telling the story of these people's culture and what represents the culture, right? So when you talk about Asians, who owns the story of telling what Asian culture is about? The Asians
we don't own our stories, right?
Right.
And the Asians that tell the story of the Asians are the Asians that are at the top. We're regimented people. Our kids are well disciplined. We do very well in schools. Who owns the story of the white man? You said earlier, do the white people in the trailer park own the story of the white man?
No, they do not.
So let me ask you this: when white people who live in trailer parks tell the story of the white man, do they tell the story of the white man in the trailer park?
No. Never gets heard.
No. Now, when you talk about being black, who owns the story of being black?
Fake Jews.
Inner city black people.
Inner city black people.
And they tell the story of they tell the story of Big Meech coming home like it makes any fucking sense. Who gives a fuck?
No, Mike.
Black was not telling no stories.
Mike.
Like all that.
Mike.
Black was not telling no stories. Y'all not telling
Mike.
the truth.
Okay. All right, hold on, Mike. No, hold on. Wait. I got you. When we talk about what makes you black, go.
For me? Or for
if you got 2 people in a room talking about, I'm blacker than you, I'm blacker than you. Oh, all my family members locked up. I got arrested and done. You can't fight better than me. You can't fight better than me.
I don't know niggas that talk like that. I don't know niggas like that
Doug,
at all.
I do.
then you ain't. Then
I
we
do
just
not.
got a completely different life experience because
Listen,
that.
listen. It is extremely
I'll put it this
important
way.
to black
No.
people to
Because I know
be
saying,
perceived
bro,
as
I don't
hood.
want to be locked up.
No, but Dallas Mike,
We're not talking about.
I've watched shows on television. Real Housewives of Atlanta, Potomac. Pick one. When they're trying to,
all those are ran by Andy
when they're
Cohen.
trying, but when they're trying to tell their, oh, I'm black, it's always struggle stories.
They're
It's
ran by
always who
Andy
struggled
Cohen.
more. But
They're
that's
not telling their own story. They're telling the story they can sell. They can sell.
But you okay?
Well, it's like music. It's like music, right?
Yeah,
Like
product.
What's in our music? We ain't controlling that.
No.
What was they just
all
doing?
ran by fake Jews.
What was they just doing with Drake and Kendrick? They showed the house that Drake grew up in. They showed the house that Kendrick grew up in. It's like, oh, Kendrick can't be black. He grew up in a suburban area.
Of course.
Like that's crazy. But my point is that's who owns our story, not from a standpoint of who's putting the story out.
That's why we got to support niggas like Tariq Nasheed to tell our own story. To tell our own story about who we are and what we do.
To a degree, yes. To a degree. I think
not everything. I agree with you on that.
Right,
not everything.
Right. There we go. But like, I think we have to take the story just like sort of the way I feel about relationships, right? I feel like the conversation around relationships is owned by people who aren't in relationships, are
100%.
extremely miserable and are unaccountable
brother.
like
Speak
not
on it.
accountable for the things that they do to ruin their relationships. And they got
100%.
all the comments and all the talking and all the podcasts and all the comments and all the
They're not
videos
nothing.
about
Nobody loves them at all.
relationships. And in no case did they ever do anything wrong. I think the exact same thing happens with black people.
But
When
see,
we
that's
allow
why.
one people to own our story.
But that's why some of us, and I told you this in person, so I don't got no problem saying it on like the live airways. But I told you, we the same age.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of ways that, like, you inspire me. Like I look up to you in that way. And even something as simple as the pursuit of forever, for example.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Showing that relationship, we are capable of love. We are capable of relationships. We are capable of like building healthy relationships.
We're not loving hip hop craziness.
We're not.
That's not in our space normal.
Yeah.
That's why I said on my part, like I want to give that black on black news or give that inspiration every single time, giving a black inventor, like somebody that really invented things and we really invented as a black person in this world. They claim that we didn't invent nothing, we ain't done nothing, we don't work hard, we lazy. These are not, we're gangsters and we sell a drug all the time.
But then when
These
you
are
do
not
that
who we
stuff,
are.
But then
At
when
all.
you do that stuff, you think you better than us. You know what I'm saying? You moved
think
up
I'm better than you, I am.
You talk white. You talk white. What? I speak
that's
English.
fine. You think that way? That's how I'm gonna treat you exactly how you want to be put.
And that's why we got to.
fact.
That's why we got to recapture our story.
Have
That's
to.
all.
Affluent blacks have to be the narrative going to the next year, the next century, the next 25 years.
Even
you got to be the
if you're
ones
not
that really tell the story.
But that's why we need that. But that's why we need that infrastructure. You know?
Exactly.
It's not about even if you have money. You can be poor and tell the correct story. The problem is you're because you're expired to be the story.
Yes.
But if you aspire to be Big Meech, who the fuck wants to be Big Meech?
A lot of people.
Something as simple as
I mean,
this,
obviously, but who in a rational mind,
Let me say this,
rational mind wants to do 20 some years in prison?
For a small 2-minute clear out.
Go ahead.
Big Meech was at a deficit to a certain point where he had he had holes in his shoes. His mom worked at Wendy's. So I'm not gonna say now when Big Meech got money to a certain extent, I feel like Big Meech didn't elevate and try to facilitate a certain level of washing that bread. Like he had opportunity. Well, I'm not poor no more. Now I want to be a nigga.
Yeah.
So it's like
this is how I respect drug dealers. If you are struggling to pay your rent and you're poor and you know you can go up the street and get some money selling some weed or something, right? I'm not mad at you. You're trying to survive. But the second you start enterprising and next thing you know, you and your girl got on matching Versace outfits and you're in Vegas and you're styling, you're past the point of trying to survive. You are now trying to live a lifestyle.
Yes, sir.
Right,
where you should have said, you know what, I'm done. I'm gonna try to get my education. Because let me tell you this: there's a guy on YouTube, and I don't respect this because this is how crazy the world is. There's a guy on YouTube. All he does is that he's a felon, right? And he owns a trucking company. And all he does, he's a black guy, and all he does is hire felons, right, to drive trucks. He went around the room and he said, tell me how much time you did. 25, 27, 35. to 22. Everybody had football numbers they had done, right? And the whole time I kept thinking, so you guys all went to jail just to come home to drive trucks and get a CDL, something you could have basically taken your street money and done before you went to jail for 20 years just to come home to drive a truck?
They didn't know. You know what I mean? And that's why, like, that's one of the few things that I agree with Dame Dash on. Like, I was listening to him on Drink Champs. And he was saying,
Dame Dash, yes, sir.
Yeah. He was saying basically, like, you know what I mean? Like, what's the point of me driving around in a nice car, but my boys ain't got a nice car, or like, you know, so on and so forth. Not from the standpoint of I'm buying them stuff, but just from the standpoint of we need to do this together. we can build together. Like it's all good if I shine.
The Dame Dash, man.
But I shine by you shining.
Come on now. You know you sound like one.
But I also think Dame Dash has a warped perception of the world that's not fully realistic, because his definition of shining, and this is what he said. Let's just say I go broke and I had millions, right? Yeah. Well, all the rest of my friends are millionaires, so they could lend, all of them could lend me a quarter million. I'm back going, I could flip.
That's crazy.
The average person who is middle class black, right?
He did.
If they go broke, it's unlikely that they'll have 5 friends who will give them $25,000 each.
Agreed. That's
or even not 2,500 each.
100% right. But again,
his perception is based on his level of success, and the fact that you have to remember he was a drug dealer at 16 that had Alexis. He had all types of stuff. He was not a poor person in his environment. He was the top of his poor environment.
Yeah.
So
I watched it on YouTube the other day about a brother, and again, I told you my goal in life is to own a town. That's what I looked to search to do it. So, dude, I watched this nigga. He bought a town in 1996 in California, and he has his own saloon. I told my girl the other day, like, yo, I'm tripping. Like, yo, I put it in the chat. He really, like, white dude, owned his own town. He been doing it for the longest, helping individuals have homesteads because he wants to live off the grid, you know. But one thing I sat there and said was like, man, to talk about Dame and stuff is like, Dame is naive. That brother right there is naive too, because he has a saloon and he has an honor system based off you come in there and buy drinks, put the money there, and nobody's there to give you anything, no change on that stuff. Like it's like people have a certain level of understanding. Like, look, I trust people. I think people are good people. I think people should be doing the right thing. I feel that way, but in this day and time, people don't move that way, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. So, like, even in that situation, like, he is really, really doing a lot of stuff to help folks. They you know, he got 25 people in this town, and they go off honor system. They go off, hey, I'm gonna pay gas off honor. I'm gonna come in there and say, look, I'm gonna give you $10 worth of gas. I'm gonna put the $10 right there and leave it. Ain't nobody checking no balances. Ain't nobody gonna be there to help you, you know, try to figure out the change. It's all based off honor system. So
you won't be around next year,
bruh. And my thing is, like, I want to live that way with people. I want to say, look, I got some snacks right here. Come through. Put the money there. I got fruit right here. Put the money there and just do it. But folk are not built that way.
Right.
They're not.
And it's not built in that same vein. I understand, Dave. Yeah. I helped you get $1 million, my nigga. Like, you didn't have $1 million before I met you. So when I want some bread, look out for a nigga, please.
But see, I think
niggas are not built that way. They don't have that same mentality of saying, look.
But the problem with Dame is this, and I don't want to stay on Dame too much because I think I think we agree more than we disagree, but I think when we disagree a lot. The problem with Dame is this. Those people have helped him mad times over, and he never gives them any credit for the help that they've given him. Jay-Z has personally given him tens of millions of dollars to get out of debt. He has. It's documented, bro. It's documented.
People. I never said Jay didn't have him. You said people.
I'm saying Jay is one of those people.
Jay is one of the people. I agree.
But you never hear Dame talk about the fact that Jay helped him get out of
Jay
the financial trouble
brother.
he's been in.
He hurt that man.
But he hurt Jay too. Mike, if me and you are tight, right?
You're right.
And you do some stuff to me, and I do some stuff to you. We hurt each other. We're not gonna go from being this close to not talking at all because I did something wrong to you and you did nothing wrong.
100%, you're right.
So, like, I think there's a lot of things. I think the things that they've talked about, there's things that they have not talked about that may not be public. I would love to see a world where Jay and Dame are talking.
Me too.
I hope
I'm like,
before-
no, y'all
I hope
gotta
before
talk,
they-
dog. Y'all got to
Yeah,
talk
I-
out loud
before they-
in public. Say what the
It might
bullshit
take another
is
20
and
years.
move the
But I
fuck
think-
on, bro.
But I think
It
Jay,
probably
I think
take 20
Jay,
years.
I think in just the way I've read it, it's like, Doug, I've helped you mad times. And any time somebody puts a mic in front of your face, you got something negative to say about me. I'm not going to continue to subsidize your lifestyle like that. I'm just not. But again, Dame stands for things to people, and I understand when it comes to entrepreneurship, when it comes to going out and getting it on your own. But I think that Dame has also done a lot of slimy stuff that he don't own, and I can't respect somebody who don't own their stuff. That's
Well, yeah,
my
I mean,
thing.
most people that made it, I ain't gonna say most people. A lot of people that make it as far as they made it don't have clean hands.
For sure. You don't make $1 billion doing charity work.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I will say that I think Jay-Z and there's a couple other people are the rare exceptions of billionaires who didn't exploit large amounts of people who work for them as a corporation to make their money. You've never seen a Jay-Z company where 20,000 people work for him. But what you have seen is a lot of his money he exploited the corporations. Like he got a Live Nation deal for $250 million. So he didn't exploit individual workers. He exploited a company that convinced them.
Yeah.
So he's one of the. I'm not saying that on a smaller scale. He didn't fuck people over on contracts early on, like individuals like Petey Crack or someone like that. But he doesn't own a corporation where he employs tens of thousands of people.
Yeah, like Enron.
Right.
But so like the point,
he prints money basically because he's an entertainer. He does a show for $1 million. You're printing money.
Yeah, but I was trying to bring it I'll just try to bring the conversation full circle about like owning our story, right? So one way we can recapture our story is just what we do. Like literally the way we have conversations, we are all of us put together maybe 10, 12 people, right? We come in here, nobody ever gets mad, nobody's ever wanted to fight nobody on here. We have real actual conversations about everything. Just tonight, we've covered so many topics just tonight. Nobody called nobody the N-word. Nobody cussed nobody out.
We forgave Cups for leaving during the future conversation.
We forgave Cups for
Bro, my connection was
completely
because I had your back door. Fuck that. I had your back,
completely ducking smoke. But like
I had your back, dog. Fuck that.
And like something as simple as there will be no bad fathers in this group.
No, hell no.
Right.
There will be no deadbeat dads in this group.
Right.
No,
if we just do that, right? If we just do that, we've made
matters.
a world of change.
Because our baby's gonna really be the big example of that.
And there's somebody that's gonna turn on. There's some young person that's gonna turn on our podcast like, dog, these are black men having positive conversations. They talk about cars, they talk about music, they talk about what's going on in their communities. They're talking about giving back. They're talking about money. They're talking about finances. They're talking about the nuclear holocaust, which we're not going to get into tonight. Like,
I have my beans.
Navy beans.
You know what I'm saying? Who's stocking up on Navy beans?
I'm gonna survive on Navy beans and fucking applesauce.
But we do this. We do this in a way where a young person can tap in that may be a nerd and not feel like they're out of place listening to the conversation. Right. And they still feel like, oh, Dip, I fit into that group.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Like we got to create spaces like that.
I'll say this too. When I was a youngster, I wanted to be Stephon Urkel. I wanted to be
not
Steve Urkel, and I wanted to be cool. You dig? So for myself, I just kind of morph, and I was a rough and tough type dude. So I would like, if I see somebody getting bullied, I'm like, yo, stop bullying that nigga, bro. If I punch you in your face.
Did you have Nas playing in the background as you did it?
Bro, I probably didn't, but in my mind I did. Like, that's how I felt like. Listen to my nigga Nas. Like, I wanted to be, ask anybody to grow with me. I'm telling you, that's really who I was. Like, somebody try to give me a black and mild, I smack that shit down like, bro.
Get out of
black and mild, nigga.
Yeah, see, I caught on late. I wanted to be Method Man.
Do something about it right now.
You know what's funny?
Do something right now about it. Like, no, don't wait till I walk off or something like that and you want to go shoulder to shoulder. I never did no shoulder to shoulder shit, nigga. Either we're gonna fight right now or that's it.
Yeah.
Bro, stop trying to hurt our. I've been doing this for a long. I'm trying to hurt our community. My nigga was giving niggas weed and giving niggas
like
black
he was watching Nas was watching Cormega do that shit.
Bro, I'm serious. Like, look, around the neighborhood, that shit was common practice. You get a youngster a little weed, give a youngster a little beer, give a youngster a little 40 ounce, bro. That shit was happening too many times. I said, bro, stop. We got to be better than that. And that's
Do it
just
in
God
reverse.
being God because I didn't have no recollection in my mind of what I was doing. I was going off all reaction.
Yeah.
All what I thought was the right thing to do. Like, bruh, let's stop doing the bullshit. We got to stop trying to emulate the rapper or stop trying. We bigger than what a rapper is. Because I watch my family. My family is predicated on people that are owners who own things, who literally are trying their best from poverty. I'm talking about,
Yeah.
I take y'all to a certain spot. I know, South Carolina, I know, Texas, I know. Everybody got poverty, nigga. I'm telling y'all. Richmond, Virginia, is certain areas that just don't have running water, period. At all. Like, there is no internet, nigga. Ain't no running water. Ain't no, I'm about to go wash my hands, nigga. Nah. You got to go outside to this well. You got to crank that bitch and crank that shit. Pause. You got to make sure you get that shit ready to get water coming out the jump. So, like, I have a different level of understanding with certain things. So, when I came, my parents elevated themselves and rose to a certain level of this decency. I'm a product of that. I'm a product of middle class. I'm a product of upper middle class. I'm a product of low middle class. So, like, bro, I understand both spectrums. So that's why I try my best to just be a facilitator and somebody that can change mentalities. And I want to change the structure and mentality of the black person when they growing up. To know that it's cool to be educated and be smart and to speak with eloquence and to strive for better and not say. And I tell students all the time. I point them out like, yo, you can't even read, bro. Shut up, bro. And they like, Mr. Paul, you can't say that. I said, no, I said it. I know what he's trying to do. He want to hurt that kid that's trying to be better than him. He can't fucking read. He can't read, so he want to try to intimidate that kid to be a dummy like him. No.
But it worked.
Not on my motherfucking watch.
So well. It
Not on
so
my
well.
watch, dickhead. That's how I move. It ain't politically correct. It ain't what niggas want to hear. But
you
again,
gotta do what you gotta do.
God been saying, I'm gonna protect him. I'm gonna keep him safe because he's saying the right thing. That we need to move forward with black individuals. Same with the young ladies being promiscuous and wearing all this makeup and all this type of stuff. No, young lady, you can't do that.
You can't do
You're
that.
trying to, no, we're not doing that. Nah. So again, that's why I say we gotta have more black men in these fields of healthcare and education. Henrico County, I just put in the chat.
You can play with the rain.
Henrico was hiring for 126 jobs this year. Go get one.
Go get one.
Go get one, nigga. Like, you got to be in the space to help these kids. These kids are lost. They're retarded. They're slow. They can't even read the words. They can't read the word person, nigga. They can't read the word. They can't tell you what Martin Luther King did. They can't tell you shit.
They can't hold a pencil.
Bro, I'm telling you. Bro. It's so
Man, if you look up if you look up the rate of literacy, and that they said that like most adults read at below 6th grade level.
Way below.
Most adults.
That's tragic.
Most adults speak at a 3rd grade level.
Got the powers now. Oh,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? He can't pod or stay on here long enough, but he could play around with the effects and shit.
Bro, my connection, it was my connection.
Your connection look fine right now.
Is the connection
good now?
Is it your connection at your apartment?
You said what? Yeah, I'm at the apartment. Yeah.
You gotta get some fiber in your life.
Yeah, Spectrum.
Goddamn. You said what?
Yeah, Spectrum.
You might got Cox TV.
No, I got Cox.
Yeah, Charter.
I got Metro.
You got Starlink. And then
Starlink in here.
Hey, no, Cox was fire. Pause. Cox
was terrible. Cox was awful.
You ain't for Cox, bro? I had Cox. Pause.
Nah, I had Comcast. I'm old.
I know that's crazy.
Dog, Comcast is the worst company in the history of
It is. So Comcast is the worst ever. I have Comcast.
I always say
I have Comcast. It's funny.
Xfinity
if Oxygen was sold by Comcast, I would be dead.
Yeah, fellas.
Oh, and hey, by the way, side note.
3 hour and
man, we ain't done yet, man.
Well, I was gonna say, Cups. I was gonna help you out there. I was gonna say, and make sure y'all check out Lethal's link in the comments. It is there.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? LethalMojoOfficial.com.
Support my brother, man.
Shout out to my
dog.
And I went on there and subscribed.
Fucking right. I'm gonna do the same thing, man.
We gotta go out.
You gotta pour into your own, man. If you don't do that shit, then what the fuck are you doing?
Hold up.
Yes, sir.
Why are you alive? What the fuck are you doing out here, dog?
Why are you alive? Good question.
Why are you alive? Look, it's a mandate on our lives. Like we were meant to meet, dog. Like we haven't met in physical form.
Right.
In spiritual form, we are facilitating those things even through our little tips, like me and Reds had a little tip in the beginning.
Yeah, man.
We've grown to be brothers and have understanding.
I screamed.
We are more alike than we are different. I'm telling you.
I screamed at Mike.
Yeah,
bro.
Rez was like, "I'm logging off now."
I screamed on Mike.
We're more alike than we are different, man. I'm telling you. Man.
There you go.
God is smiling right now, like man, his brothers are in work at other people. Your brother works.
Oh, hold on, time out. Broncos, is that what that crypto came from?
Hey, look, Mythic can really rap too, though. No bullshit. He's not trash either.
No, he sent me a song the other day.
Yeah, Mythic can rap though, for real. I'm serious, man. Like, look.
Radically inspired.
I got that mojo, I got that juice, I got the sauce, I got that groove, I got that mojo, I got that juice, I got the sauce, I got that groove, I got that mojo, I got that juice, I got the sauce, I got that groove.
Is that lethal?
I got that mojo, I got that juice, I got the sauce, I got that groove, I got that mojo. That juice dripping in that sauce, frozen water for my jewels, cooling on the block with the tube. Steph Curry off the hip when I shoot. I'm too hot like a heater. I stay with my heater, going off the meter. Watch got a fever, chain got the flu. Sick, goddamn, I'm so iced up in this bitch. Frost drip sauce.
All right, y'all gotta hit a rest. You gotta go to the website.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, y'all giving samples of that crack out like that? That's crazy.
Hey, you know,
blue tops, yellow tops, red tops.
First hit free, you know what I'm saying? The second one you gotta pay for. You gotta pay for the whole
supporting them.
You know what I'm saying? Shit sound like Parliament, son.
Hey, Mike, Dallas Mike, next time have another song so we can play the other one next time.
Yeah.
I got a joint. Yeah, I got one for next time.
He got a better joint than that. That joint wasn't it. That wasn't it. You gotta keep it real. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I gotta keep it real. That wasn't it.
Now, what he sent me the other day.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. Mike, you know.
He got better songs than that.
Okay.
He knows.
Yeah, he do. The joint he sent me the
real,
other
bro.
day.
I'm not gonna sit up here and lie. I'm gonna say I'm gonna support you on this. I'm gonna say the truth.
All right, hold on. What time is it? 11.
No, that joint he sent me the other day. Hold up. What's it called?
6 minutes.
It's called Proceeds. It's called Proceeds.
Cups. 6 minutes. 6 minutes. Cups. Hey, do y'all tell y'all homeboys if they all whack music if they play it for y'all?
Yes.
All the fucking time.
Yes.
All right. Cool.
Bro, Ryan,
that's why
I had to tell my boy. I was like, "Yo, Meek Mill, you are not."
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you what Cubs get you, bro.
Meek ain't even a good rapper in the first place.
He don't give you a soul record, nigga.
You heard me.
That's why I felt Cubs music.
You heard me.
Meek with the braids or new Meek?
Exactly how you
all
feel
Meek.
right then and there.
Yeah, no,
Dusty Meek or Rich Meek?
Cups got bars.
When I hear that shit, like
Cups
I know
got bars.
Because you can't say that in North Philly. You can't say that in North Philly.
That's why I'm down here in the South.
I'm waiting for Cups. I'm waiting for Cups to give us the
I ain't even had my light on this whole time.
Socialism bars, bro. Socialist
Comrade
Revolution bars coming, bro. Comrade Cups. I can't wait for Comrade Cups to come out, bro. Like that's the one. That's the one I'm waiting on, bro.
Y'all got me messed up. I ain't even have my light on this whole time.
Yeah, you sitting in the dark?
No, like my podcast light.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been sitting in the dark the whole time. Like I've been sitting there, like.
No, like for real, I tell the truth, bro. When I hear some shit, I'm like, that shit jamming. But I'm not like, that ain't it. You know.
Dog, I've legit told homeboys,
that was kind of
like,
mid, that was mid. But
like, yo,
when it's fire, I'm gonna say how I feel.
No, you don't know, but you know what the worst is though?
I'm a DJ, man. I can't lie and say, oh, that shit fire, and then niggas like,
people do though.
Really, nigga?
No, the worst is when nobody don't compliment your shit.
Yeah.
And then after like 3 months, they'll hit you up and be like, yo, you was going hard on Coach Prime, man. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you were listening to my shit.
You were listening?
You were listening? I didn't see no subscribe.
That's the one. That's the one. That's the one. Like, yo.
We gotta really, really, really hold it down for each other, man. If not,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was in this joint like, yo, I'm tired of hearing about LeBron. It was like, yay. As soon as I said, yo, I just need Prime to come in here. It was like, Coach Prime? Like, you trying to die? Like,
I'm like, the podcast is like got various topics. You latch on one topic. That's it.
Yeah.
It's various topics on the podcast, though. You gotta really tune in.
Mike came at me too. Mike came for my Kofi too.
Bro, I had to.
Like Mike was like, "Yo, 2-5, I love you, dog, but you gotta keep Prime name out your mouth,
bro."
You know what I'm saying? He had the voice on like that. Yo,
bro, I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan for real. Deion Sanders is my favorite player of all time. So again, I get sensitive a little bit. You could have said I'm sensitive. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, Rez be talking mad shit. He be like,
you could have Mike, you act like a bitch.
I talk mad trash.
No, Rez be coming up in the comments like, "Hey, Raphael, you got that wrong.
You got it dead wrong. Got it dead wrong,
Raphael."
and no, but that's it because I one I understand how algorithms work. I know how engagement works.
Yeah.
So when we put comments, that draws more attention to y'all's product.
Right.
Two, you can't be in the middle of the road. You gotta make people want to pick a side. So
right.
The way Logical puts things, it makes you pick a side. You either agree with him totally or you disagree with him totally. There is no middle ground.
Yeah.
And on some of the stuff, he be far left field. And I'd be like, 2-5. Get him.
No.
And you don't get him.
No.
And I'm so confused why you don't get him.
You know what he's doing? He's being diplomatic.
No, I'm not. No, what happens is
he overtalks you.
Yeah, like we be like, all right, we gonna talk about this for like 10 minutes. And we can't talk for like 8 minutes, and I'll be like, oh shit, I gotta get my line in there. You know what I'm saying?
I'll laugh with you like, yo, you stole my shit, nigga. I'm like, yeah, this nigga too.
Yeah, he's like, as soon as he started, he was like, yeah, hopefully I don't step on your toes. But then he just never stopped, and I was like,
talking.
That's
why I did it.
Y'all do a good job of. Y'all do a good job of showing that respect. Like,
oh, absolutely.
You do a good job of getting y'all in and out of the second.
Yeah, I was like when we cut the cameras off, I was like, motherfucker, I had all these Sirianni jokes. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry. 1 minute cups. Worst scheme that you've ever done on that show was that Taylor Swift scheme. Don't you ever in your life do anything like that ever again. That was trash. That was awful.
What you not gonna do? What you not
going on? I was lost. I was like, what are you talking about?
What you not going to do is play in my face and act like my castle is crumbling.
That's hysterical. Once I caught on to what you were doing, I was literally walking through the airport in LA. Like, this is awful. Stop doing that.
Extra P on that bitch.
I started booing him in the comment section just so he really knew how I felt.
Yeah, I guess you could just say it's a cool summer, huh? Well, like, you know, it was one of those things like it just happened organically though. Like, I didn't plan that.
Oh, that's fine. It happened organically.
You smoked it because like I had no idea she had that many.
Rap killed me with the X on the Falcon said that shit had me crying.
No, you know what was funny?
I was crying.
No, you know what was funny was the state nickname one. That one was funny.
The state nickname one was very good. That might be my favorite. That might be my favorite scheme that you ran. That might be my favorite. But so now that you've established that, you have to do that with different things though.
I know, but it's hard because it just happens. Like, I don't plan it; it just happens.
But now you gotta plan it.
It was okay. It was fine. I thought it was dope.
All right.
I was not doing the songs though. I was like,
I got something for tomorrow. It's fine. I got something.
Yeah, don't do Taylor Swift ever again in your life.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I can't wait to watch the NBA. I've been trying to bit for the NBA, so I'm ready.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? You lucky I ain't throw that thank you Amy out there.
Goddamn.
Hey, that goddamn 3 minutes and 21 seconds.
3 hour 37 minute mark.
26 second mark, y'all.
Cups is finally here.
We done
great pod,
fellas. I did not nod one time.
Not once, bro. So proud of you.
Not one damn time.
You know what I'm saying? And last thing from, you know what I'm saying, Finance Ryan is fuck crypto.
I ain't say that.
but shout out to XRP. Shout out to XRP.
I will explain why I don't buy crypto, and a lot of people will probably be like, "Wait, what?"
In less than a minute.
Yes. Instead of buying Bitcoin, if you had bought MicroStrategy, and what MicroStrategy does is they just buy a lot of Bitcoin, you'd have made more money because MicroStrategy, if you look at it in the last year, has a higher return than Bitcoin if you just bought Bitcoin directly. That's why.
Did you buy MicroStrategy?
Yes.
Can I borrow $25?
Yes.
Please, brother, please.
Hey,
Hey,
With no interest.
Hey,
I'm
brother.
just riding XRP and Solana,
Please,
man.
brother,
That's it.
please.
Hey, listen.
And
XRP
dog
and
with hat.
Apple.
I got dog with hat.
Get rid of that nonsense, bro.
Hey, that sounds like that Hawk 2 coin. Hawk 2
That-
coin.
Is
Oh,
that
yo.
is that a concept we can trust?
That's hysterical.
Bro,
Dog with
they
hat.
said they had a return of $2. Hold on. That's
It's a Hawk 2 coin. That's crazy.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
she ran away with a bag.
You
She
gotta
pulled the
look.
rug.
When you buying stock, you gotta have a proven concept. That's not it. We gotta make sure
Yo,
we can
on Squid this season of Squid
years
Games,
of information.
dog, this season of Squid Games, they talk about this stuff. About like people doing the coins and stuff like that. Dog, like they smoked this season of Squid Games, I'm telling you.
So yeah, fellas, goddamn, this has been
I'm
the
about to watch.
motherfucking Hot Box, the Thursday
Do that.
smoke service, man. Y'all already know y'all can catch the Hot Box every Sunday.
How am I the
Monday.
only one smoking though? You ain't even smoking.
Bruh, you came
Oh, no, he
on in
smoked.
like the third
No,
I'm just
hour.
fucking-
Third hour, bro.
I know Cuff was like, man, I was
Listen,
6
don't let him
months
lie
in
to y'all.
already.
Normally he smokes from the time he wakes up to the time he go to sleep. I was at your house, remember?
He smoked for sure.
That's why he be on here short circuiting.
His glasses off right now. That's
Hey,
me.
Oh,
Cuff-
hell yeah, usually by
Cuffs
the
has been
hour
dying
two,
before our
bro, I
eyes
get
the
this
last
joke
few
knocked
pods,
out,
dog.
for real.
Them clips them clips had me in tears,
You know
my
what I'm saying?
nigga.
Cuff
Yo,
said, I
this
died
is
and y'all ain't
hilarious,
even
bro.
say nothing.
Bro,
Yo,
didn't say a word, bro.
Last time we signed off without him and everybody just clicked off and Cuffs was still sitting there. I was like, oh, okay. All right. Like we
Bro,
all
I
just
can't
like, all right, we gonna go. We're like, all right, we gonna go.
Y'all
Oh
nuts,
my
man.
god! So yeah, man, y'all can catch the Hot Box every Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Friday. Man, I have my dog El Residente San Jose representing live in the motherfucking building, man. Shout out to Pursuit of Forever. When is the next episode coming out, my brother?
We actually did last night's episode on setting family goals and turning your resolutions into results last night. You can check that out on our Facebook and our YouTube page. It was an amazing episode. Our next one is actually about supporting your partner as they go through health issues. My wife actually is about to have a major surgery in the next 2 weeks. Actually, the day after the next episode. So we'll be talking about us husbands, us men, being more mindful of the things that our women are going through health-wise and being better support systems for our women. So
Absolutely.
tune in 2 weeks. I think that's the 15th. The 15th at 7 p.m. Or catch it on iTunes, iHeartRadio, or Spotify. Make sure you subscribe.
Already. And we got my dog, one half of Sports Reports as ordered, best sports pod in the land. My
In
dog,
the
2-5, Mike Will, live in the kitchen. And you know I got my dog. He goes by many names, but he is simply known as the one, Dakota Mike, Dallas Mike. My dog, Cowboy Mike, in the motherfucking building. Shout out to the one Mike pod. You already know, man. Like and subscribe. And my dog, Finance Ride. It's always a motherfucking pleasure to have you tuned in with us in this here Hot Box. Like I said, man, today was the Thursday smoke service. You catch us again tomorrow night for the Friday Smoke Fest. We love y'all so much, man. We letting the windows down, letting the smoke
We
out.
teaching y'all. I ain't even know Game had fans. That's what's up.
Shout out to social media content creator, The Game.
Of the year, by the way.
300 bars.
So yeah, fellas,
All right,
catch
y'all.
us again tomorrow night, Friday night for the Friday Smoke Fest, man. Smoke with us next time.
Bye.